go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. 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 Stand up. Number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. champions, for the champions, stand up. Number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. I was built to be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down.
All right. Stand up for the champions. It's that time again. I'll be bringing you sports on Sports Arena. A very entertaining one, educative, full-packed action. We have very important guests in the studio today. Today we're going to wrap up on the Okali versus the professionals discussion. It was a fantastic event. I was previewed to be there and I really enjoyed myself. A lot is going to happen today in the studio. It's a heated one as well. But the Ghana Premier League has come to an end. And the winner, Mediama, were given some small amount of money. We'll be having a brief discussion on that as well. Jude Bellingham finally signed for Real Madrid. Interesting conversation coming on that as well. We have the Nations League that is happening tomorrow, the final. Spain versus Croatia. We're bringing you details on that as well. Manchester City, today is exactly a week they won the Champions League. And it's a 1 week anniversary. We're bringing you updates on that as well. Yesterday they released some players and they had some important players in there. We're bringing you that details as well. Bringing you a lot of in-depth conversation and analysis on that as well. The Greater Accra middle leg is also on. We're having a brief discussion on as well. The beach soccer, Ghana beach soccer is also commencing today. Yes, it's happening around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll be bringing you details on that as well. It's that time of the day again, and you know I'm your host, Eric Mens, Mr. Man City. I'm a natural person now. Today I'm not going to be standing in for Man City, but obviously it's our 1 week anniversary. We need to give praise to them and also big up the boys for making this success. Yes, England yesterday took on Malta. There were a lot of activities on there. We're bringing you details of the match fixtures, the results, and what transpired in every stadium. We'll be doing some interesting transfer news as well. A lot is happening in the transfer news. Yes, Fabrizio, I'll be giving us tips to what is happening. Chelsea is in there. Manchester City finally making some purchase. Is Bernardo Silva leaving? I'll be doing the FA Cup. Yes, the MTN FA Cup. That is also coming on today. King Faisal will be taking on Dreams FC. King Faisal already relegation team now. Yes, as it stands, they are relegated, but they are still in conversation that they filed a protest against Tamale City. So they might be giving the 6 points, and also they will be coming back to the league, and probably Olympics might be going on Accra Lions. That will be an interesting conversation for my pundits, and we'll be having them shortly. Alright, don't forget we are being held down by AKUFO Farms. Yes, you can get your day-old chicks. If you're a farmer out there, you want to go into farming, you're a novice, you want to go into farming, you can contact them and they will give you a better offer. You can find them on all social media handle. That is AKUFO Farms. AKUFO start with KWADU, then Farms. And you can find them on their social media handle as well, and their website www.kwadufarms.com. And they can give you very insightful package. They have turkey, they have broilers, they have chicken, they oats. If you want to start a poultry farm, they can give you consultation as well. They do snail farming, everything farming, vegetables as well. You can contact them right on and they'll give you better service. Don't forget to take on. And if you are a viewer out there, fan out there, we'll be doing predict and win for the Euro final, the Euro National League final. So you predict the correct winner will get amazing prices. We're bringing you more details on that as well. You can find us on our social media, and you'll be listening to us on Papa Law Radio 88.3 FM, and also you can find us on social media. We're streaming live on social media, and that is Facebook Papa Law Radio /TV, and Ghana modernghana.com. You can find us on there as well. We're giving you a lot of detail in sports. Fantastic people are watching us on social media. We'll be going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll be taking the brief and start the conversation. Stay right with it, don't go anywhere.
Stand up. I was built to be the best. Number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions.
All right, so stand up for the champions. Welcome back once again. I'm your host, Eric Ment. Mr. Mansedi, we're going to go into details. It's a very interesting one that is happening in the world of sports. The transfer has opened, and Pep Guardiola's assistant is in the news as well. Finally, he's traveled all the way to the King Power Stadium and make the signings. Yes, that is the Enzo Maresca. Yes, has finally officially left Manchester City as an assistant. Yes, to sign for Leicester City. Yes, after suffering relegation, they are trying to make changes. And Leicester City, finally, they've also released almost 8 good players from the list. So their conversation around Madison, Barnes, and a lot of players who might be leaving the club this particular season. Yes, as speculated, Tottenham is in there looking for the signature of Madison. So we're still bringing you more details going forward on that particular news as well. Yes. Interestingly, there's some interesting conversation around Manchester City. Yesterday, they released players. They released almost 4 players from their camp, and regardless of whatever happened, Gundogan's name appeared on that list. But mind you, the name appeared because of the expiration of their contract with the club. Yes, so Gundogan's name appeared. Benjamin Mendy, who's also going in for an interesting trials, which will be happening first, I think 1st July. Yes, so we're bringing you details on that as well. Yes, it's also in the news. He's been released by the club, so officially it's no more a player for Manchester City. Yes, Manchester City still in the news again. They are finally officially not announced, but it's in the news that Kovacic has finally put pen to the paper, so officially he might be playing his trade coming next season for the blue side of Manchester. And we'll bring in more details and in-depth analysis on this particular transfer as well, since Chelsea is still rebuilding and losing key players to them. Is it going to have effect on their policy? Is it going to be maintained? We are yet to know. My pundit and my finalists here will be bringing you more details on that as well. Yes, Real Madrid, let's travel to Spain and do some Real Madrid news. Real Madrid, yes, finally make signing for Jude Bellingham, who is now officially the most expensive English player out there. Yes, so officially he signed for Real Madrid and was announced yesterday. Let's take and listen to his press conference.
And everyone watching online for joining me. Thank you everyone in the room and everyone watching online for joining me.
All right, so that was some inspirational news from young chap who made mention yesterday that money was not an influence or a factor for his move to Real Madrid after Toni Kroos came out and put some harsh words out there that he thinks that players who move because of money, recently they witnessed Hazard's career, who left the career and just focused on the money. And this is some news that Toni Kroos, is a talisman of the Real Madrid side, came up with that comment, and Jude had to just respond that he went to Real Madrid not because of money. Money wasn't even having an influence in his decision to play for the Los Blancos. All right, so that's an interesting one. And still at the Real Madrid camp, there's a conversation going around with Vinicius Jr. Officially, FIFA yesterday gave him a very nice position, yes, on his stance on racism. So he's going to be the ambassador for the racist anti-racist campaign that will be going on. So officially, Vinicius Jr. has officially been signed as the ambassador for the anti-racist campaign. All right, so that is an interesting one. FIFA wants to make a stand on the racist chants on there. All right, so let's go back to England and do some interesting news. Yes, after 8 good years, yes, officially, Lanzini finally say goodbye to the West Ham side. Yes, after 8 good years with the club, yes, Manuel Lanzini has finally left the Toffees. So that is an interesting one that is coming in from the West Ham side. So interesting conversation coming on as well. Yes, Chelsea. The Blues are still in the news, hovering around players and looking to make good signings coming season. And finally, they have officially agreed personal terms with the Villarreal forward Nicolas Jackson per Athletic. Yes, so the Senegalese forward scored 12 La Liga goals in 26 matches last season. So interestingly, Chelsea has officially or personally agreed terms with this young chap that is coming to the blue side. Yes, so interesting conversation. All right, so let's do a bit of Benjamin Mendy's case. As it stands now, Benjamin Mendy was still on the payroll of Manchester City after the rape allegations were leveled against him. But finally, I think 7 of the 11 rape count has been dropped. So finally, on July 1st, they will be sitting, giving a final verdict on the whole court issues and proceedings. And we'll be bringing you details on that as well. Baba Rahman still in the news, still a Chelsea player. People were looking at ending his campaign with the Chelsea club, but finally, still after signing 2 years contract extension last season, still after the released players of the club, is still finding name in the players that have been remained or maintained by the club. So Abraham is still Chelsea player. We don't know whether Pochettino will be using the young chap with that side, and that will be an interesting conversation we're bringing you. There's a very interesting one too that came out yesterday that Valencia, yes, main sponsor, that is the Cazorla, have terminated their contract with the club because of Vinicius Junior's incidents. Yes, so the racism incidents is really taking a very huge toll on some clubs. Yes, so their official sponsors, that is the Cazorla for Valencia, has finally terminated their contract with the club. So as it stands now, they are let's say sponsorless. So we'll be seeing what transpires going forward. Yes, let's do some interesting news on Abdul Fattah Issahaku. Yes, Issahaku is also in the news that Sporting Lisbon is ready to ship the young chap out, and they are demanding almost 50 million euros for the signature of the young chap. So people are saying it will be a good sign for him to go out there to play his trade somewhere else and get more and enough playing time. So this is what includes in the contract should he be shipped this particular season. All right, so this summer they are looking at 50 million plus 20% of future sales for Sporting Lisbon. Yes, so that is some interesting conversation coming from that angle. All right, so let's come back to England and do some interesting Manchester United news. Yes, officially not confirmed by many reporters, says that Sheikh Jassim has officially opened the bid, and the bid has been accepted by the Glazers. So we are looking at the detailing report that will be coming, and there are conversations around this particular takeover. Should it happen, we are going to see another huge side coming from Manchester. So we'll be taking details. Yes, still in Manchester, let's do some news on Mason Greenwood. Yes, Greenwood is also in the news after he went out for almost a season and a half, hasn't touched a ball or kicked a ball. So yesterday, after Manchester United releasing players, his name is still in the remain list. So Mason Greenwood is on the list of players being retained by Manchester United this summer. From speculation and press release by the United club, they said he's still under contract by the club, and although all allegation has been dropped, the club is still doing its personal investigation, and in due course they will bring in the final terms out there. Yes, so all right, so still in the Manchester half, let's do some interesting Mason Mount, yes, might be signing signature for Manchester United, but the first bid that was 40 million pounds has been rejected by Chelsea. Yes, after Manchester United submitted a bid and it's been rejected. So that is an interesting one we're bringing you from that angle as well. Yes, still on a bid being rejected. Let's do some interesting one from Arsenal. Arsenal also officially sent 50 million for Declan Rice, but West Ham has also rejected that bid, saying the player worth more than that, so they should just improve their bid and come back again. So that is an interesting one as well. Yes, still in England, there's some interesting news around Kyle Walker. Yes, Kyle Walker is still in the news after helping Manchester City side to win the treble. It's in the news that he might be ending his stay in the Manchester side, but Sheffield United, that is the home base club for Kyle Walker, is calling on the player to come and play straight. And yesterday in the evening, there was a speculation that Bayern Munich also hovering around the player, and they want an interesting offer for the player to sign for them. All right, so that is an interesting one. We're bringing more details going forward here. Manchester City, after winning the treble, submitted the trophies to Sheikh Mansour. Yes, so they went there to see the Sheikh and purposely plan and strategize for the upcoming season. So interestingly, after everything, they are still going to strategize and come and dominate in Europe. That is some news that will be ready and excited to go into details. All right, so let's go back to Spain and do some interesting news from the Real Madrid camp. Yes, Hazard has been officially terminated contract by the Los Blancos, and now he's clubless now, but there are interesting news that he might be coming back to Chelsea to have his last dance at the bridge. All right, so that's an interesting one. But mind you, there was some also interesting conversation from Toni Kroos after making such harsh comment on his former teammate Hazard, saying that Hazard came to Real Madrid because of money and left his career down. So that is an interesting, but we are still waiting for a response from Hazard. But as it stands, there's no official confirmation or official press release or anything from the camp of Hazard. All right, so there's some interesting news as it stands now. Ransford Yeboah, yes, the talisman for the day I used, I think, the 20 World Cup aside 2009, is still in the news, making some comment that his young boy, yes, he has a son. His son is very good though, but he won't let the son play for any of the Ghana national team. So that is an interesting one that came up from the news. Yes, and mind you, England, yes, after the league season ended yesterday, they released they are really planning ahead, and they've released the fixtures for the upcoming season. That is next season, that is starting around August. All right, so on August, there's some interesting news, and there's interesting fixtures that is going to happen in there as well. And UEFA coefficient has been officially been updated, and Manchester City leading the coefficient with 145 points. Yes, so interestingly, second is Bayern Munich, Chelsea stand third, fourth Liverpool, and fifth is Real Madrid. So interesting, that is the club coefficient for the UEFA Champions League. And tomorrow, interesting, the final for the National League is coming on. Spain taking on Croatia. That will be an interesting one. We'll be seeing some interesting football coming on that angle as well. Yes, Spain, mind you, Spain were very, very dominant in the league as it stands, and Croatia after beating Netherlands, yes, made it to the final. Same way, Spain also finally had their hands on the final. So this time around, we'll be having a very interesting final that we'll be sharing as well. Yes, so with what happened with Valencia, as it stands now, there's some interesting conversation. Yesterday, Valencia released a press saying that, and I read, Valencia regrets and categorically denied the false statement of the player Rodrigo, in which he affirmed that our entire stadium and fans uttered a racist chant. Such demonstrations are seriously lies that contribute to the stigmatization in a total unfair way, an exemplary hobby such as that of Valencia. Just as his coach Carlo Ancelotti, who rectified his words after the game, did we ask Rodrigo to also rectify this falsehood. Valencia reserved the right to take the legal measures to defend the honor of our club and fans. Footballers should also be required to be rigorous and accountable when making such statements. All right, so Valencia, as it stands, might be taking on Rodrigo on to court for some comments he made about them, the fans and the club in whole having racist chants on them. All right, so we'll be coming home and do some interesting conversation about the AFCON qualifier. Ghana needs only a win to qualify for the Ivory Coast 2024. Yes, so on Sunday, Ghana will be taking on Madagascar. Madagascar will be taking on Ghana. So Ghana travel all the way to Antananarivo, that is the capital for Madagascar, to have this particular match coming on. And interestingly, we'll bring in some details from that match. It's happening tomorrow, and the chaps already traveled all the way to the capital of Madagascar. So that is an interesting one that is happening. So we'll be bringing you a lot of detail and discussion on this as well. Yes, officially the GFA transfer, or the transfer window has officially opened. Yes, officially opened, and it's going to be open on 20th June, this particular month. Yes, and that's Tuesday. Yes, 20th. All right. So interesting conversation coming on. We're going to have some detailing report on that, and which player is leaving and which one is also staying, yes, in the Ghana Premier League, and also other interesting one as well. All right, so it's very, very cool like that. Finally, the Women's FA Cup also will be commencing today. Interestingly, Ampem ladies might be doing the double for the first time. Women's team has done the double in the Ghana League, Women's League. All right, so after winning the cup, they will be taking on Police Ladies for the Women's FA Cup final. All right, so 4 o'clock today, and tomorrow will be the men's final. So interestingly, that will be an interesting one. We'll be bringing you details from that as well. All right, so we'll be going for a quick commercial break. Then when we're back, we'll be having to introduce my guest here. And don't forget, we have a very special and important guest in our midst today. We'll be having a discussion about the Ashaman Gala. Yes, so that is an interesting one. We'll be having interesting discussion on that because it's been a while. It's coming, and finally it's here. So the Ashaman Community Gala. Yes, we'll be having some interesting discussion on that as well. So don't go anywhere. Stay right with us, and we'll be bringing you more details on our tidbits. Don't forget, you are listening to us right on Papalo Radio 88.3, and also on social media, streaming live on social media. That is Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and even Twitter. We are on there as well. So you can bring in your comments, and we'll be reading them out to you as well. Don't go anywhere. Stay right with us. We'll be back shortly with very interesting discussion with my pundits. So don't go anywhere.
So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand.
Right, so welcome back once again on Papalo Radio. You're listening to us live on social media, that is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere as well. YouTube, you can find us on, and also on the frequency 88.3 FM. Yes, I'm your host, Eric Man, and as I promised you, we have a very important guest in our midst today. Yes, I will be taking some few interesting details from him as well as from the Ashaiman Community Gala. Yes, I know when it comes to football, Ashaiman has a lot of prospects from that angle. Yes, so we'll be taking some few. The main motive for this particular program, when do they want to when is it coming on? Are they looking for sponsors? What are the sponsors coming in to look out for? How is it going to shape up the plan so far? And a lot of detailing conversation that we'll be having as well. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
I hope you're doing fine.
Yes.
Once again, I'm Eric Mens. You are Zach. Yes, all right. So interestingly, I personally have been seeing this around on people's status and social media about the Ashaiman Community Gala. It's good to have you here in the studio today. I want to take some few tips on what is the main motive for Ashaiman Community Gala.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
We are organizing the Ashaiman Community Gala, and the main motive is to bring people from other places to see some of our players.
Okay.
So, normally when we organize community gala or gala, people have this motive that they are just coming to play for the prizes. But then here comes the case, we are bringing people from other places to come and see some of our players.
Okay.
So the Green Fest now becomes an intermediary between the players and the scouts or
Good.
the people coming. So at the end of the day, we want to get some of the players out there so that we can promote them as well.
Good.
So we want to represent the players or the people of Ashaiman when it comes to football. Thank you.
All right. So interestingly, you want to represent Ashaiman with football. Are you a football person yourself? Are you?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Myself, I play football.
Okay. Oh, that is an interesting one. Myself and my senior man, I'm a striker. Yes. I'm a striker. Interesting. So, with this, how many teams are you guys looking at coming to participate in this particular event this time around?
Okay, let me say I'm very impressed because I'd wanted to play just 8 teams, but then here comes the case. I got about 25 teams.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
the point is that
Wow.
the point is that I can't play the 25 teams because we play in 3 days. Okay, that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 23rd to 25th.
Yeah.
So I decided to play just 20 teams.
Okay.
So
Okay.
currently we are holding on to the 20 teams.
Okay. So, the gala itself, you have 20 teams, and it says Ashaiman Community Gala. So, it doesn't mean communities from Ashaiman are going to come together. So,
Yes.
which communities are we looking at from Ashaiman that are coming?
We have teams from New York,
All right.
Washington, we have Tulaku.
Yeah. My producer's hood.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he will be coming there. He's a striker. So.
So we have Lebanon, we have Zenu.
Okay.
So we have
Teams coming from that angle. All right. So, how was the process done? Like, is it that you sat down with some people and you decided, okay, today I'm going to organize this project, or how did they come about? Because I've seen fixtures have been drawn and all that. So you invited all the clubs to come over, give them the itinerary or how the program is going to go or something. I just want to know brief background on this the fixtures and all that.
Okay. I think.
Anyway, sorry, we'll be mentioning the fixtures as we go on as well with the conversation. So you can go ahead. Yeah.
No problem.
All right.
I think I love this question. Okay. This question is so nice. It's very disappointing seeing some of our players
Exactly.
around because we have great players in Ashaiman, and when you look at them, you become very sad because there are no opportunities.
Yeah.
Yes, because they are having the perception that we have to wait for someone to come in and create the opportunity for us.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it shouldn't be that way. We have to do or create the opportunities ourselves. And so I sat down. I was like, wow. I have a friend of mine who is currently in US.
Okay.
So he called me and was like, Zach, look, I'm in US now, and this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pave way for the Shaman boys. He wants to really come in and help the boys. So do I know of any good player who is ready?
Okay.
And when it comes to things like this, you need to have management.
Exactly.
People have to hold you, because you just can't wake up and be like you are leaving. No, you have to go through the right process.
Exactly.
It's like, wow, this is interesting. So why not create this program, event, or community gala, and then me myself, I mean the Green Effect,
all right,
we looking at
that is where I was coming in.
Yes,
okay.
We looking at some of the players that when they get the opportunity, then we becomes the intermediary
exactly
between him and the player.
Okay.
So we will just be in the middle and we will make things smooth.
Okay.
So you can see that he really have a good vision for
the
Ashaman.
I think it's a very broad and very nice vision. I know how some of these things start. My man next to you, yes, Mr. Vincent, recently also organized the professionals versus the Okaili. I think it's a community they play. They are normal 5-a-side, 6-a-side football, and they had to, this time I wanted to invite people to come over so that they all have the feel of the professional players. So he invited quite a few of them. I know they had this is your first time going into such project. Exactly. So I think he been able to organize it, and I just wanted to ask him a few questions in relation to what you are doing, so that you can also tap some things from him as well. A big man, good morning once again. Yes, I know your program. We'll come to that. We'll have a very detailed discussion on that program. But first of all, my brother here is also trying to organize something similar, although his is more like not the professional. Just want to give the platform for the young chaps to see the light and also get opportunity. You were able to even bring the professionals down here to Community 11 and they play the match. What advice do you have for him? And if you have any question or anything you want to help him or push him to,
First of all, the thing I'll tell him is he should be ready for challenges.
Exactly.
Because
I know.
Has negative
backing. Exactly.
Yeah, I face the same thing. But
you were telling me the last time that it's not all that, and you were going on.
I overcame it. So every good thing, definitely, people will sabotage you and stuff. People might say things, but I shouldn't bring you down. I guess it has to pull you more.
Yeah.
To push you to the limits. You can do it.
I know. Because it wasn't easy. The money involved and all that. That's where I was coming in, because you had challenge. You even had to bring professional players all the way, and the challenges that comes with sometimes the expectancy. People came there, a lot of them. They were expecting to see the people on the flyers and all that, but some were able to make it, some couldn't make it, and you need to stand your grounds and still go ahead with the organization. I know it wasn't easy.
You have to book hotels.
Hotels, for players and all that. Because some were far away and all that. I think it's a good initiative, but we'll be having that discussion very lengthy. So as you heard, Mr. Zach, he's talking about the challenges. I know so far so good. Since you started, what are some of the challenges you are facing? I know the project is not yet done, but I know definitely you'll be encountering some. But what are some of the few ones you think that you are facing now that you want external bodies or forces to come in?
Okay, so thank you very much for the question. The point here is that I'm really facing a lot of challenges. I wouldn't say no. It's a whole lot. And you see, okay, let me say this. A lot of people have organized and there are people still organizing. This been my first time. Just 2 flyers, and I think some of the organizers have started attacking and stuff. And
I know.
It's my first time over.
I know. But are you open for sponsorship and stuff like that?
Yes. We are open for sponsorship.
Okay.
Currently, this one I'm doing it alone, but then if people are willing to come in and support,
of course, you're open. All right, so we'll put a number out there, so those who are interested will call, then we see how it goes, because when these people are playing, there comes a lot of crowd and stuff like that, so they can get the attention they're looking for. Yes, with the Green Effects, what are you guys into?
So the Green Effect is just like a club,
okay,
or an
organization sort of. Okay.
So we haven't launched it yet.
Okay, all right.
And as I said earlier on, this is just a curtain
Razor, okay.
We want to play it in December.
December. All right. So
myself, I'm trying. I told you earlier on that I'm trying to get the professionals. So
all right. Okay.
Play with the Ashama professionals.
Okay.
Currently, they are ready. We are waiting for the tema. So
Professionals.
So
okay.
Come
around. That is interesting one, because I think this last week they had the Accra professionals versus the Kumasi professionals. Yes, and we had the Okaile versus the Tema professionals, and this time around to Ashaiman. But I've seen something like that before, Ashaiman and Tema professionals. Yeah, I think it was also on there, but challenges and all that. I know how it goes. So tell me on the December event, how come you are taking this project from all? It's going to be an annual program that you're going to have the Ashaiman Community Gala, and also December you have the Tema professionals and the Ashaiman professionals.
So we're going to play that in December. You see, the Community Gala is going to be an annual something, which is December. Then we will try our possible best to fix in the Tema professionals and the Ashaiman professionals. Because when it comes to December, when you come to Ashaiman, it's all about football.
Exactly.
So we just fix in.
Okay, so this is a quick one, because my senior man said, the challenges coming, but just a quick advice. The professionals mostly go on their season break this time around. Yes, so if you are going to get the numbers and the professionals, this might be the appropriate time, because looking at December, not all of them will these days. A lot of them have only short break, like a week or two, which they can't really come in, and some can come just for family visit and all that. So still, season is still ongoing. So when it comes for such matches like that, they are very scared to be too much involved. So just put that into consideration going forward, because this time around they are on a lengthy vacation, so you can have their numbers. So maybe the gala instead can be put there, then the Tema professional Ashama, June. I think it's just an advice with your organization.
That's it. Because this time around they are all home.
Yes, exactly.
When you call them,
they will come. Yes, because it's like that. They are playing the Kumasi and Accra professional today in Asokwa Astrotef in Kumasi, and they have to travel all the way from here to Kumasi. And I'm asking myself, how are these people, like, they are doing a lot, and that is with the strategies. So back to the Ashaiman Community Gala. All right, so we have teams like Alaji, Atei versus DC United. That will be the first match, I guess. Oh, interesting. And what is this event happening? The pitch, where is it happening?
Ashaiman Ecuador Park.
Oh, okay. Where is that? What is that one?
Zone 2. When you get to
Lebanon. Okay. Everyone knows. Okay, it's a popular place out there. All right, we have the underground professionals versus the Karama FC. All right, interesting.
We have one of our professionals who is around. He's called Moro.
Okay, interesting.
He is in Karama.
Oh, okay. So
they are really happy, and I think the underground professionals too. Yesterday it wasn't easy as I felt. They are saying they also have a professional, so not.
I know it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting one as well. We have Infinity FC versus Taifa All Stars. So that is Ashaiman Taifa versus Infinity.
Do you know that?
I know the Ashaiman Taifa. I know that, but I don't know the All Stars. I think interestingly, hopeful that this event will be. As I said, we have the Tulaku Soccer Warriors versus the New Lords. That is my producer's team. Yes, the Tulaku Soccer Warriors. That is an interesting one. So how was the balloting done? You called all the captains or the coaches, they came out and you did the process? Or
we actually organized a meeting, and I was even scared because I called only coaches, and the places the place was just full of players, and everyone wants to listen to whatever we going to say for them.
Wow.
I was really impressed, and people came out, they thought it was a political party,
something like that.
I
know, right? No, people love football. People love football, and that is the thing we can use to bring down social vices in our community. These young players, sometimes they need the opportunity or the platform just to exhibit their talent, God-given talent. I think it's a good thing you guys are doing. So what are some of the things, the reward that is going to go for the team that are going to progress to the finals and the winning it and all that?
Okay, so the prizes goes to I think first, second, and third.
All right. Okay. So definitely. That is the football. Yes,
we have a cash prize.
Oh, interestingly, wow, that is one.
We have medals.
But do you have any sponsors helping you with this?
Currently, I'm the only one
doing all this. Wow. what was the challenge?
But then I've called upon 1 or 2 people. I've invited them.
All right,
So
okay, so they can come on board. Yeah, yeah.
And I think my boss here
we can come on board. Definitely. So with this, is it initially I wanted to ask, is it going to be a Division 2 until I started mentioning the clubs and you said, oh, some of them are professional, they're just mixing because it's community sort of, so you're bringing them on board. That is a good thing. I will give you big ups for that as well. So we have, is it Godinho FC versus Sons of Peace? That is interesting. And Team Classic versus Mexico Boys. We have Paris FC versus Vision 360. Young Boys taking on Rangers. Sherman Bayern Munich taking on Lazio Babies. And we have 3 Pillars versus Lebanon City. Okay, so so far you have a lot of clubs, 20 so far. That is an interesting.
We even had to
sieve and wow,
some of the best teams in Ashama because they came in
late. All right. Okay, so you give a deadline for registration. All right. So interestingly, that is one. And the program.
They are really worried. They are worried that they are not part of the.
So, it's a very good initiative. So that next time they can just come on time. When you put things out there, they will take you serious and all.
So one of the things we are promoting or are projecting is discipline.
Exactly. That's why I want my next. Okay. So that's the theme for the project. That is discipline. Okay. Wow.
You know, people have bad perception.
Yes, stigmatization about Ashaiman. Exactly. I know.
But let me tell you, they are getting it wrong.
Wrong. Exactly.
There are a lot of good people in Ashaiman.
Oh yeah. Stoneboy is from there doing a massive party and the rest. Moses Na, OJ and all that. They're doing so fantastic. Ezekiel Tete, Linus and the co. They are doing so well. Yeah, for the community. I think it's a high time you use football as well. You know, Stoneboy is trying to use music to change the narrative of that shaman, and you guys using the football as well to also change that. That is a good thing you guys are doing. And the program is starting on 23rd. That is next week, Friday. Okay, interesting. Next week, Friday to 24th and 25th. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 pack. What's the time for the event starting?
Let's say. With the first match, we're starting at 10 o'clock.
All right,
the rest
okay.
Of the match will be around 8.
So in a day, how many matches are we looking at?
With the first day, we are playing 7 matches.
Okay.
Second day, we'll play 8 matches.
Wow.
The rest will continue on Sunday because Sunday. So as I said earlier on, we want to play the Tema professionals, and so when we get the green light, that match will be fixed on Sunday.
Okay.
Whilst they are done, or when they are done, then they will play the finals.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that would be like a curtain raiser.
Thank you very much.
Interesting. I think
some of the players wants to see their professionals.
It's very important, and it helps as in my senior man because his motive for what he did was to bring the professionals down, but they have young child playing with them. So when they see, sometimes it's not about money, giving them money. Seeing a professional, somebody they know who has gone on professional and playing with a person gives you that feel that you can reach there, you can do it. Yeah, with. So I think
yesterday I was very impressed because we had some of our professionals just playing normal match.
Yeah.
What happened? I was really surprised. We had Abednego.
They are all
of them came.
Oh,
some
wow.
of them giving some of the young players things like GC, shorts.
When
I saw that, I was like, wow.
This is what they need.
Yes. And they were happy.
Some of
them were giving boots. Some of them were giving shorts and JC, and some of them were even fighting over it.
I know, right? So with my final word before we just wrap up with the conversation, you made mention of bringing scouts. Probably clubs might be passing by, watching them and all that. So when they select players, Green Effect will have to be the intermediaries for them, and they will negotiate for them. Is it anything that percentage wise you are looking at, or that one you can bring it on?
Okay, with this first one, we are not looking at that. We just want to project the people, the players.
Okay,
people
all right.
So once they come in and they are interested in a player, we'll let whoever is managing the player
come on board. Exactly.
Because we want to, get it in December.
Okay,
so this is just something we are doing. Currently, our scout is in Kumasi.
Okay.
And he'll be coming very soon.
That is interesting.
Our scouts are also in Accra here.
Okay,
All be
coming. All right. Myself, I had a very special invitation from Al Hassan, so I'll have to make it and be there.
Yesterday he was talking to me. I was like, if you don't come,
I will have to be there. I'll have my senior men to also be there.
ask for him there.
He's already on board. Yes, that is an interesting one. Yes. So, and we have Vision FC team manager, that is Tio, who will also be coming as well. So definitely, when they see one or two players, they can push to the club and assess them and see if they are good enough to play for them.
Good. So at the end of the day,
exactly.
Green Effect, Ashama Community Gala,
exactly.
had the opportunity to give this.
Yeah. So
Ashama has crazy talent.
Exactly, a lot of talent out there. Your final words for him, because since you have been in the business already, you've organized it, you know the pros and the cons in this such organization. What are your final words to him before we wrap up the conversation?
I will encourage him to do a lot. It will be a lot, but I know he'll do his best.
Yeah.
The sky's the limit.
I know, right? The sky is the limit. All right. So, do you have any people you want to give shout out to, the clubs? And personally, I would want, let's say, if we can have some of the coaches around, so we can just have a brief discussion with them going forward. So maybe we'll plan that discussion and take it from there. Right. Is there any people you want to give them shout out, and the contacts for sponsors to come on board? Okay. Yes, if they want to sponsor, they want to call in to come and all that. So you can give that out.
Okay. So. I thank everyone who came on board to help me organize this gala. Shout out to Kojo Suarez.
That is interesting.
He's so nice and positive. You know, with this, you need positive people.
Exactly.
Even when you are sleeping, they'll be like, "Oh, Charlie Usuana." Go to a time, I was like, "Hey, not money,
I know.
It's just." Talking, like
exactly. I know.
And Kyo, we have Sheu, we have all these people. We have Pato.
Okay.
Yes, they just motivated me. They're like,
you can do it. Push it. Here we are. Yes, finally a week to the program, and finally everything is in place and other.
A big shout out to Al Hassan
also. Yeah.
He's a very positive guy.
I know,
he
right?
was like, oh, he has someone who is also very positive. So,
yeah. Why not?
Mr. Eric, I was like, okay.
We are also trying to know that stigmatization about Ashaiman. We're hoping that through your means, your process, and the platform, we can change that narrative. You know, Ashaiman also has a very solid talent in there, but just a lot of them lack opportunity. So once this is going to come on, I'm hoping that the main motive for this will be achieved, and other people can come on board. And I'm hoping that coming next year or next time you are organizing this, people will be rushing to come and even sponsor and help you.
Yes.
You might not even use your own money to even go ahead with this organization. Big ups for everything you're doing for Ashaman, yourself, Green Effect, Al Hassan, all the boys, everyone from Ashaman and yourself. I think you guys are doing so well, and I have to big you up for that, interestingly. All right, so that is some interesting conversation we had with the Green Effect boss, Zach, yes, in the studio. We had a very detailed report, and as time goes on, we put in the flyers on our social media handles, and all those interested will be having a view and a look at that as well. So interestingly, don't go anywhere, stay right with us. We'll be coming back shortly for the discussion today for the sports news. All right.
Patiently, I have vision, oh I believe, I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up champions, for the champions, stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. I was built to be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions.
All right, so interestingly, welcome back again for the sports detail. That was an interesting conversation we had with the Green Effect and Ashaiman Community Gala. Yes, as it stands now, I have standing in my midst Mr. Vincent Tio. Yes, my brother Tio in the mix, and we'll be having a very interesting conversation today. Yes, still, we are in this world of sport, and a lot is happening. And you'll be taking some effects from Jude Bellingham finally making the signings for Real Madrid. Yes, good morning, sir. Good morning, Mr. Stanley. Yes, I need to find a sports name for you, so we have some interesting sports name. All right, so interestingly, Madrid finally making signing for Jude Bellingham. Your view on that signing as well?
It's a good approach for the Madrid team, as it's a chemistry they are made for. As they bring in Jude, it will bring another enthusiasm to the midfield,
exactly.
Yeah, which will be compact to the old boys, learning from the old boys.
And the new boys. All right,
that's what I can talk for now.
All right, so looking at Real Madrid now, as it stands now, they don't have any prolific striker since the departure of Karim Benzema. Do you think they need to go out for a striker this particular season?
Yeah, they need to go in for another striker. As in they want Harry Kane,
exactly.
Tottenham.
And do you think Harry Kane will be a good fit for the Madrid style?
Probably it will be on and off.
Yes, because for me personally, I don't think he's that prolific for changing country is one key factor we look at.
Yeah, for the English boys.
Good. And now to Mbappe. Yes, Kylian Mbappe. As it stands now, is either PSG sells him or they let him go free after he exhausts his contract. What do you have to say on that as well?
Yeah, if Mbappe would have been in the Madrid setup, it would be a very good
addition for them. Okay, good.
So as they are trying to bring in another striker, I think they should go on for Mbappe for now.
Yeah. But don't you think Mbappe can face the competition even from Manchester City and the Bayern and the big gangs? Everybody wants Mbappe, so he should go off small.
Man U even want him.
Man U also want him. And in Liverpool, everybody wants Mbappe. So the focus now for them, because they are in a tight corner as it stands now, they don't have a striker. They need to go for a striker. Mbappe's though was not planned. I can say on the fact that it's not really planned, as in we are going in for Mbappe this season. But due to what is happening now, that is where they had to. Even Karim Benzema's departure wasn't really well planned or well thought through for Real Madrid. Do you think they should just forgo Mbappe, focus on a striker, or they can do both? Looking at as this
they
time
should
now,
go in for a striker rather than chasing Mbappe, who is now being motivated by France president.
Exactly. I think I heard that news as well.
So it's better to go in for another striker.
Wow, that is an interesting one. So that's a good submission from Mr. Stanley. And interestingly, I'm going to the Los Blancos, the Madrid star, in there as well. Good morning, Mr. Vincent.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, I hope the family is doing well. Yes, and
well.
Positive. Looking at Real Madrid, your own club, as it stands now, things are really not going in line with the plans of Perez because one, Karim Benzema's departure wasn't really planned, and Real Madrid were not really aware for all this. So looking at how they were really planning for this particular season, Karim Benzema had to leave the side. Mbappe now also released a press that it's either he goes this season or he exceeds his contract with the Paris side. Yeah, so looking at what is your say on that? And because I think Madrid is in a tight corner as it stands now.
Oh, it's the same way Madrid needs Mbappe needs Madrid. Yeah, that's how I see it. And when Don Perez wants to coach you, definitely the biggest team in the world is Real Madrid. Harry Kane will be plus for Madrid, but it seems yesterday I read it seems Madrid has agreed terms with Josulio.
Yeah, Josulio, yes,
as a backup striker.
Exactly.
If Madrid don't get Mbappe now, and they sign Harry Kane, Mbappe should forget.
So you still insist that this season should be Mbappe's season with Madrid?
He should.
Why do you have that assertion?
If you look at Ancelotti's project the coming
exactly
season,
yeah,
you see the three top he wants to play
exactly
with Vinicius, Mbappe, Rodrigo. It's going to be the fastest through
in the world football.
I'm telling you.
Interestingly, but as it stands now, Mbappe isn't happy with PSG, and he had to even come out that he just want to. It's either he will finish his contract with them or he leaves for Real Madrid.
The political pressure on him was too much.
And looking at the president of France also coming in,
and even the mayor of Paris.
Yeah.
It was too much pressure for him. And
wow.
This ultras of PSG, the family and stuff. And he's still from Paris, so he chose to sign on.
So as Stanley was saying, it's either you go for a striker and leave Mbappe, or you think as a Madrid side you should go in for
currently.
Yeah.
If Madrid needs a number 9, a pure number 9 to be Harry Kane.
Okay.
But it seems Perez is weighing in the age factor.
Exactly. That is the key
Mbappe
thing.
is 24 years.
Exactly.
And he will be the best fit now. Yeah.
So you will prefer Mbappe over a striker?
Mbappe.
Over any striker?
Yeah. With Josulio being a backup. Perfect.
Wow, interesting one from a Madrista's point of view.
Sure.
But to be honest with you, as a football pundit, looking at the tight situation Madrid is in, I don't see Madrid going in for Mbappe because of how he let them down last season. Madridistas, we have that ego. Okay. Real Madrid is bigger than how we see it here. Exactly. Yeah. Real Madrid is very huge. Huge in the influence alone. You remember Cristiano Ronaldo said something that after Real Madrid, it's all downhill. Yeah. You will not be relevant. You just watch him. It's true. Yeah, he wished he was still in Madrid. That was Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah. So the ball is in Mbappe's court. Good. Coming to this comment that you just made, looking at what this particular week, Toni Kroos has been in the news, dropping bombs. Yes. He's still a player for Madrid. Sure. Still have a new young chap coming in for you to encourage the boy, and he just came up with such comments as a Madrid star. What's your view on that? He said it. That's his opinion. But I feel it should empower Bellingham to do more. To prove himself. Yes. Okay. And show him the price tag doesn't play football. Exactly. Because Hazard, he let Madrid down totally. Big time. And it was the best decision to terminate his contract. It was the best. So it's up to Jude Bellingham to prove Toni Kroos wrong. Because if you look at the price tag, the pressure will be on him to prove. So he has to do more. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
he has to do more.
That is an interesting one. But getting that young chap coming in, do you think he's going to be an instant impact in the Real Madrid setup?
He will be the transition player for Luka Modric.
Okay.
Because his style of play is almost like, just that he's younger, 19 years. He has more years to adapt. Yeah.
All right, so that is an interesting one coming from Mr. Vicente. Jude Bellingham has more years to adapt to the playing style of Real Madrid and traveling all the way, coming from a different league to a new league. We wish him all the best. We just hope he's not going to be the next Hazard. We know, we know what Madrid can do. Yes, Mr. Tio, how are you? And the family. I hope everyone is doing fine.
Everyone is doing great.
Positive. But I know you don't follow European football. You are more of a local man. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
But you love your country, so you're a patriotic citizen anyway. Yeah. But a quick one on you are into football. I wanted to take your view on the situation Real Madrid is in. Whichever way, Madrid is either they going for Mbappe or going for a striker. As a team manager for a team playing the top flights of Ghana football, what do you think as a team they will need? Is it they need a big name Mbappe, or they have to go in for a striker to adjust to what they are going through? Because as it stands now, Karim Benzema is no more with them, and they need a striker. But Mbappe has made himself available. And do you think it will be a wise decision for them to go in for him or go in for a striker?
Okay, I think it's good for them to go in for a striker. But if Mbappe is an option, why not? Because Mbappe, I think he also loves the club and he wants to play for Madrid. I myself personally would love to see Mbappe play for Madrid, because he's a fantastic player and he's
good.
Delight to watch.
You want Mbappe to play for Madrid, but look at it from this angle. See, you are into football. I'm into football. Yeah. Football is well calculated and planned.
Yes.
Mbappe, what's the name?
Benzema
left without prior notice. If they had been aware earlier, I think they would have even bid for Haaland long time ago, because Haaland would have chosen Madrid. I know, because I know Madrid is a team. When they come for you, you need to go, because they will make you huge. You get it? Yes. So Mbappe, Benzema's movement wasn't really planned. A lot of things came into, and finally had to just go because the offer too was good. And looking at his age factor, I think he had to go. And now he has forced the team to go into the market. As it stands now, the only prolific striker they can get is Harry Kane, who has proven himself in the English league. Those they can get will be backups. But in I think starting of this particular transfer window, Mbappe had to come out that he's available. It's either PSG let him go or they lose him after his contract ends. And as a football person, as a football manager, looking at you are not planned and this thing happened, what will be the immediate action you will take? Because you need a striker. You can't tell me you need Mbappe too. Mbappe as in a player, the brand Mbappe itself. You need to adjust this too. So as a football person, being into the game, you stand at the touchline, you know what goes into the game. What will be your fair view on this?
Okay, I would say Madrid is a big club, and the structures are already there.
They have the structures.
So they have scouts out there, and the coaching team also have their staffs out there who also look at players who can also fit into their team. So I feel they know what they are doing, and they have a plan, but maybe they've not
bring it out or something.
Brought it out or bring it out for the public to know more. But there are rumors out there.
Exactly.
We all know
they are
about
having
the rumors,
a huge backroom conversation coming on and all that. I think that is
like my brother here, Vincent, said, and Stanley, Mbappe is. Mbappe, Harry Kane are players that they are in the pipeline that Madrid will also love to sign.
Exactly.
And I'm sure there are other players too that they have in mind that we don't know.
No, exactly.
And for all you know, too, they are juvenile club too. Maybe they've prepared some strikers there.
They had a young boy who came in. He even scored a goal. A very young chap from Madrid. Very good. Alvaro, yes, he came in. It was a striker, I think so. And they are preparing him. Probably they have a plan.
They have a plan.
I don't think Madrid have that time for the young players. Even at the point when Vinicius came, Vinicius had to go to the youth side.
Yes, but Madrid is a club that it's a big club, and they are always winners. That's what
exactly. When it comes to that, they are always winners.
So if you wear the white jersey,
it's no joke.
It's no joke.
Yes, when you wear the white jersey and you're on the field, you definitely deliver.
All right. So interestingly, that is an interesting one from Theophilus. Yes, the team manager for Vision FC, and having this say on that particular discussion that wearing the Madrid jersey alone carries a lot of weight on you. So you need to just do justice to the game and win matches for the club. All right. So I wanted us to take a few from the Manchester City setup. As it stands now, they won the treble and the Champions League for Europe, and people are saying that it might come with a cost because they might lose a lot of players, because some wanted to just win the trophy for them and also have their way, in the sense of Gundogan, whose contract has come to an end. Kyle Walker also in the news, being wanted by his home club, that is Sheffield United, and reports says that it's not officially, but reports suggest that Kovacic of Chelsea has officially signed for Manchester City. What's your take on the Manchester City setup and Pep Guardiola's grooming of the boys?
Okay, as a winning team, he needs to build up more for the upcoming season. Everybody is trying to beef up the setup. Liverpool, Man U, the top form, and Chelsea itself.
So we'll come to Chelsea. Pep, is that your team?
No, Liverpool.
Oh, interesting. That is nice. We'll come to Liverpool.
They never walk alone.
This time they were walking alone this season. All right. So interestingly, go ahead. Yeah.
So Pep, he needs more players to beef up, adjust what he has already.
Exactly.
And Gundogan too is a very good player in the midfield.
For them.
For them.
And so player for them.
He has been an engine for them.
Exactly.
Kevin De Bruyne has been on and off. He was the one taking on the mantle with Rodri and also Stones even coming in
to play midfield
and all that.
So do you think they still
need another one player?
But looking at the players leaving, do you think it will be an ideal for them? Because Kyle Walker, Kyle Walker is 35 years now. Gundogan is 32 years now. And as it stands now, these two look likely they might. And Mahrez is also saying he has not getting enough playing time, and maybe going to Saudi. What's your take on that? Because I love Manchester City, to be honest with you. But looking at these players, they can be, and they have that school of thought that any player that leaves Pep Guardiola's setup doesn't really perform well when he goes. I don't know if you've had that notion as well. So your thought on the players leaving this season, as in Kyle Walker, Gundogan, and the rest. Do you think it will be an ideal for Gundogan to leave, since Kovacic is almost signed for Manchester City?
No, it's not a good idea for Gundogan to go. Maybe he can get it maybe 2 years.
2 years. That is what his agent is asking for. But they wanted to give him 1 year and maybe with an extension, possible extension.
1 year.
Extension.
So they have to extend the contract for him to stay tomorrow, to bring a good balance to the team at the midfield, rather than to leave him maybe Barcelona or the Saudi.
Barcelona is also hovering around that player. So interesting. And Mahrez and Kyle Walker, do you think will be an ideal?
Mahrez can leave because he doesn't get the match playing time. But Kyle Walker will be a big blow for them.
Very important one.
Because the Champions League, he was so much everywhere in the team. So it's better they will give him maybe additional 1 year.
Let me just ask this: with Liverpool, this particular season, last season, they didn't really perform well due to injuries, player aging, and a lot of boardroom events or factors going on. This particular season, they have make some interesting. They signed McAllister from Brighton. Looking at how they are preparing their team, do you think they can still contend for the league next season?
It can still contend for the league. Klopp has a very bad.
When it gets to
on the 7th year,
it starts messing up.
So,
but do you think he should go?
No.
You still want Klopp to maintain? Upon all what happened this season, you still want Klopp to stay in the Liverpool? Wow. So what are some of the players you are looking at for Liverpool to sign to beef up the squad? Because aside McAllister coming, you have this young James Milner, who also left to Brighton.
And Chamberlain,
Keita, Fabinho. You've lost players. Sadio Mane left last season, and I think that's even had a very bad effect on your team. What are you looking at for this season as a Liverpool fan? This one, don't talk as a pundit. Come out from the punditry box. Talk as a Liverpool fan. Because this season, the last season, yeah. So this season, what are your expectations?
We lost all the trophies.
All the trophies, yeah.
But we won the community shield to start up the season, which boost us, and the 7-0 against Manchester.
Yes. Right after the 7-0, the next week you lost to Brighton. How come? Like, what was happening to Liverpool? You scored Manchester United 7-0. Then the next week, Brighton. Like, Bournemouth. Like, I was like, what is happening? Was it, do you think the Sadio Mane effect had a very big role on the team?
Yeah, Sadio Mane was...
But a lot of Liverpool fans don't want to admit to that.
It's true. Because he was the one giving Salah most assists. The contribution was more coming from Mane's perspective.
Yeah.
So it came...
Go ahead. Don't worry.
So it came through a sad notice that we lost Mane. Yeah.
But looking at Sadio Mane's struggle with Bayern, do you think he should come back to Liverpool? Or when he comes back, do you think Liverpool club will accept him?
It will be very hard.
Okay.
Yeah, it will be very hard for him to come back to Liverpool. But he can go to any other club in the English league.
In the English league? Not Liverpool?
Not Liverpool.
Wow. All right. So broken heart. That's interesting. All right. So Mr. Vincent, yes, I wanted to take your view on Manchester City after winning the treble. You know, winning trophies come with a lot of cost and price to pay. And one of the price to pay for Manchester City is players might be leaving because they feel they've done what they need to do for the club and they need to go elsewhere to now look for the money. Kyle Walker left Tottenham and won nothing, came to Manchester City and now won 15 trophies or 15 trophies as it stands now. That is a remarkable achievement. He has won everything in football, left with just World Cup, probably the English national team imagine being able to achieve. Looking at this setup with Pep Guardiola, do you think it would be a good idea for some of the players to leave and the adjustment with Pep Guardiola and stuff?
Age-wise, some might have to leave and play time.
Exactly.
A player like Laporte is one player.
Yeah, Laporte is also almost gone. Yeah.
But he's one good player.
Solid right, left. Yeah.
Nathaniel Ake got a very good season. But sometimes you see, when the applause are loudest, that's when you leave the stage.
Indeed, exactly.
Gundogan.
It's true.
To Barcelona.
Yes.
It will be a downhill for him.
Really?
You know why? They have Pedri, they have Gavi, they have these young chaps. And they are Spanish.
And Catalanians.
And Xavi is not going to bench them. Look at Frankie de Jong. He had the same problem with Busquets even there.
Yeah, exactly. Busquets, old chap, was still...
You understand?
Not even the young chap.
Frankese is facing the same thing.
It's true. Yes. Frankese, wow.
And I believe one thing. If Gundogan is to go to Arsenal, it will be plus for him.
Go to where?
Arsenal.
Yeah. Arsenal want him. Yeah.
It will be best for him. Kyle Walker, I know these English boys, they don't like traveling.
Yes.
So
they don't
I know
like going
he will even choose Sheffield over Bayern.
It's true.
And Bayern will be like a good fit for him.
Yes.
Yeah. And this guy, what's the name? Mahrez. He's not getting playing time because... And what about Alvarez? People are not talking about him.
No, okay, so Alvarez on is more like a project because right after he came in, they had to give him an extension of almost
4 years.
4 years, yeah. So
and
I think
that was the mistake he did, and they brought in Haaland. And Haaland is 22 years.
Yes. It's going to take...
And Haaland is banging in the goals, and he's the starter.
The same thing happened to Gabriel Jesus. When he came, Aguero was there. You can't drop Aguero for Gabriel Jesus to play.
You understand?
At the point, people play false nine with Gabriel Jesus not even in the starting lineup.
You understand?
Who play Gundogan as a false
Alvarez, I feel Alvarez is clinical than Haaland. Anybody can challenge me on it. I'll be ready to face that person. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Haaland is that Inzaghi type of striker, always in the box.
He will find a way to score. Yeah. But this boy works for the ball.
You understand?
I know.
He's a good finisher than
Haaland. Yeah. A lot of his goals, like massive classic.
I feel the height difference is why Pep.
Yes, it's true. Because to be honest with you, imagine a defender like Ruben Diaz, who is the bulky defender, meeting a striker like Alvarez. It's going to be a very...
He will walk over him.
Exactly.
Unless when it's down that they play more.
Exactly. So I think that those are some of the things. But I heard Inter wanted him, but the player is happy in Manchester, wants to build his career under Pep Guardiola. Exactly. That is what we play for. Every player comes for Madrid for trophies.
But next season,
yes,
people are coming to butcher Man City. I'm telling you.
Do you think that Champions League test will happen?
They will have the walkover in the Premiership and stuff. But in the Champions League, people are coming for them.
Why are you saying that?
I'm telling you. You know when Madrid have that mentality, when they lose matches, every time in the Champions League, the restructure.
Oh,
Immediately.
Yes. Yeah.
Before even the season ends.
Yeah, I
see
think
the
even
restructuring
Madrid made mention that right after Manchester City lost, after that game, that is where they realized no, they need to let some players rebuilding a lot.
And Madrid, when they rebuild and come back, they are fire.
But people are saying that this young chap Madrid is buying. They've been buying young players. Yeah. It's going to take a while for them to gel and get the result for Madrid.
I see it being a 10-year project.
Project, exactly.
Yeah, and so when Madrid gets Mbappe, it will be sealed. I'm telling you.
Interesting. All right, so with Liverpool, let me just touch on that as well. With Liverpool, Sadio Mane's absence really had a very big toll on them. And coming into next season, they've lost a lot of players. James Milner is gone. Naby Keita has left. Chamberlain. They have quite quite few of them leaving.
Firmino is the player they lost. That really hurts me.
But do you think that with these players leaving, it will have a very big impact on their season?
It will have, but it's good. They have to buy new set of players.
Yeah, but they bought Darwin Nunez and came and.
But you know one thing, he had a good start too.
Yeah,
his starts are good.
Yeah.
Even though he's been missing clear chances.
I think the mistake they did were comparing him to Haaland.
That's the mistake. That's where it all started.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I feel Van Dijk needs competition.
Exactly. I wanted to even ask that, but it escaped me.
He's too.
Even the national team was
against Croatia.
See what happened.
Saw him.
Yes, and they scored a goal. It was even blaming Nathan Ake.
He needs competition.
Don't you think he has done what he had to do in football, and that time is going?
You see, there's this one season thing. He did it one season, and nobody dribbled past him. No. Me not sport that thing.
Yeah.
At Anfield, everybody watched. Why is he afraid to go for a tackle 1v1 and they will take you on? It's part of the game.
Exactly.
That's always running. These guys, Sergio Ramos, Maldini, one of the greatest defenders.
Yeah, they will come at you.
You can't compare Van Dijk to those defenders.
No.
They are ragged.
And at the point, they said he's the best defender in the world. I think yes, it came to that session.
That's why I'm saying he's a one season. That season, he got a very good season. But when we are talking of in terms of stats, it goes nowhere near Ramos.
So do you think that with Sadio Mane having issues or difficulties with German Bundesliga, looking at how things stand now, people are saying he might come back to Liverpool. Do you think it's an ideal thing for him?
He shouldn't. He should go to Newcastle. To be best for him.
Wow.
Yeah. Newcastle now, they need experience in the Champions
League, exactly.
He has to be.
But don't you think he should stay at Bayern and still make a mark?
Bayern are not ready.
That is the question.
Bayern are not ready. And they've even plotted. Even now, it seems Gnabry is on transfer. They want to put him on transfer.
Yeah, and even Sana. I heard Leroy Sané. Yeah. I don't know why they are doing that. And they had to even sack Oliver Kahn.
Yeah.
Yes, because he was the sporting director and wasn't performing well.
The sack of Nagelsmann.
Yes.
was the problem.
Yes. Mind you, if that chap was there to meet Pep,
I'm telling you, maybe Pep might be out.
I know. Yeah. It would have been a different ball game altogether.
And they knew that thing will happen. Sometimes I feel maybe some people talk to them to influence the games or what. I don't know.
It's funny how
it's serious.
Well, anyways, that is an interesting one. Yes. So, Mr. Tio, with Sadio Mane, for you, wanted to come with African vibes more. With Sadio Mane leaving Liverpool, it had a very big troll on them. He's now struggling with Bayern. Do you think it would be a good idea for him to come back to Liverpool back? I just want to ask this because you are into the game. Do you think that a player who leaves Vision, have you had that incident before? A player leaves and come back?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And how was the performance?
It
wasn't
not
really good.
Really to expectation.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So, looking at Sadio Mane's situation, do you think it would be a good idea, a good fit to come back to Liverpool? Because Liverpool has really now leave a lot of players. So do you think it will be a good addition for him to come back?
I think it's not a good idea for him to come back because the expectations will be very high.
Exactly.
And there will be a lot of pressure on him.
On him and the age factor too.
Yes, and it will be nice for him to go to Newcastle, as my brother here said, Vincent.
Yeah, so he can get more.
So that he can get more playing time and then get the chance to also prove himself.
Exactly.
At least
but don't you
taking
think
Newcastle,
he can still stay and prove himself in Bayern?
I think we know with the culture of these Germans, yes, and he's also an African.
Saying racist and stuff like good African.
Yes, he's also an African.
And wow.
Yes, it will be very difficult for him to
Wow, that is an interesting one. But for me personally, I'm looking at Sadio Mane coming back to Liverpool because the fans love him, and due to how he left Liverpool, wasn't his fault. I think it was about monetary issue, salary issue, and he deserves what he was asking for.
Sure.
Yes, but you know,
as at that time,
yes, exactly. At that time, he deserved what he was asking for.
Sure.
But you know, and even Klopp wasn't happy with him leaving because he gave that vibe to the Anfield. He helped Liverpool in so many ways, winning Champions League, and all that for the past 30 years or so. They've won their first Premier League and all that. That was an interesting one for them. But I think it will be a good fit for him to come back.
And I think it will not be easy for him to come and raise that standard because he has raised the standard that...
Yes, true. That is why they are struggling. You know what?
Because I'm coming. Let's compare Cristiano Ronaldo. When Ronaldo left Manchester and came back.
Okay.
He didn't get it easy.
No. You won't have it easy there at all.
So it wouldn't be an easy thing for Salah to come back to Liverpool and then come and make that name, because if he's able to even come and make that name, he has to make it more than before.
Yes. Okay, so that is an interesting one.
It will be a big challenge for them.
Let me add up to what Mr.
Go ahead. Yeah.
My problem was those who were at the bench were even taking more than him.
Exactly.
Certain lineup.
Yes.
Is it because he was an African?
Yes, it's a factor. It's also a factor.
But it's surprised how a whole Sadio Mane was taking, and people at the bench were taking more than. Wow.
Chamberlain.
And for all you know, the taxes that he'll be paying will be
the money was
far,
and he's looking at the whole community.
Yes.
Sadio Mane was like a whole Father Christmas.
Yes.
For
the people of Senegal.
Wow.
Yes.
So as it stands now, do you think this Saudi Arabians coming in, it will be a good fit for him to go?
Even if
he will deliver. When he goes, he will deliver there.
Yeah.
I feel he even has to go to the Saudi.
Yes.
Make the money.
Make more money.
Wow. Yeah. He's won everything.
Yes, because
Champions League.
You know
what? The Bundesliga has.
Yeah.
You know, one of my philosophy when it comes to these African players, when you go to Europe and then you get the opportunity to sign for big money, go and sign in for the big money.
Exactly.
Because the likes of let's say not Mbappe, but Harry Kane and then the top players, because of the color.
Exactly. They
will get the names and then they will get the monies, but for you they will not
even mind you.
Give you they will not give you attention or that.
Yes, good one. With what you were talking of, looking at what Fatawu Sehaku is facing in Lisbon, they might be shipping him out this particular season. Do you think the young chap has to go somewhere to get more playing time and establish himself?
Yeah, he's a young chap, and he has to go somewhere to get more playing time, and because he's a fantastic player, he's a delight to watch.
Very solid player.
With the under 20, he scored fantastic goals, played superb. Like he was fantastic.
He played for under 23 when they traveled to
Kazakhstan and then Japan.
He scored
they stood in for the senior national team.
Exactly.
He scored a fantastic goal from the center.
And do you think he should leave Lisbon? Because Sporting Lisbon has been known for grooming players. So how come he can't stay there to just
I think they are not giving him good playing time. Exactly. That's one. And then secondly, if they are not getting that. Because it's money they are investing in you. So if they are not getting the returns, they have to. Yes.
All right.
So I think he has to get a better place to go in there and then get more playing time to make the name, and then he moves from there.
All right.
I want to add something to what you said.
Okay. All right.
You see, we Africans, we want football, we want money, but we are not professionals. Do you know why I'm saying that?
No, come to that.
Look at this guy, Vinicius Jr.
All right.
His first 2 seasons at Madrid, the guy was porous. The fans hated him because he wasn't.
I remember, he wasn't delivering.
Do you know what the boy did? He's been managed by 13 people.
13 people.
13.
Wow.
Fitness trainer, his finishing coach, like practically everything about the boy.
They have nutritionists.
Thank you. Yes. Do you know our Ghana players? They think about they have only the talent.
Exactly.
Talent without hard work is bullshit. That's sorry to use that word, but that's it. The management of Isaku must step up. Get him a psychologist. Get him those people who put him up there. Because Vinicius followed the track.
I remember
of
Vinicius wasn't
Cristiano
performing well,
Ronaldo.
and suddenly bloom.
And 2 seasons now.
Yeah.
Since he appointed those people, he will be even nominated for the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, it's parts.
Okay, I understand what my brother here is saying.
Yes.
I understand what my brother here is saying.
That thing,
But we shouldn't forget that the player in question here is not getting the playing time, and the club itself wants to offload him.
Exactly.
So you understand?
Yeah, I understand that thing.
But if you don't take it, you can go to another club and still be under the shadows.
What I'm saying?
No, but this guy is really performing in the national team. When it comes, that is even a sign. That's even a sign. That's even a sign that
was performing in the national team. He traveled all the way to Zurich.
They are not giving me a chance. They are not giving me a chance. They are not giving me a chance.
The guy's not
You
playing.
understand? And he's the captain of the
That is one thing I should even ask you, because you are into the local game. What do you think is happening? Because all our big boys, when they travel outside, they don't perform well.
Yeah.
But when in the country, they do so well.
Yes, because we can't compare our league to their league.
Well, they have better league.
Yes. And they have the infrastructures.
Yes.
They have the system. Yes, everything is superb there. But with Ghana, you know the way this thing.
But we have this. We don't have it here.
Okay.
But we
have the talent. We have the talent
is
here.
there. And talent
when
without hard work, it's nothing.
When they go for World Cups, tournaments and stuff, they perform very well. That's how come these European clubs come in for
when they come in for them. And they take them there, they assess them, and they see you have a lot of work to be done
on you. Exactly.
Yes, but have you given them the opportunity for them to?
How many players have broken into the teams they go to the first 11? Mention names. Let's listen.
They break into the teams
unless the person is.
So with previously, I would have called maybe 10 years ago before. No, after the World Cup, 2006 World Cup, you could see the Asians, I think Muntari, the rest. For them, they were breaking into.
Yes.
But this time around, things are off.
Yes, because
good.
I would say yes because
people
didn't know Ghana too well because 2006 World Cup brought Ghana onto the map. For people to know, and then they realized that we were having a lot of talents here in Ghana.
In Ghana, exactly. Sure.
And then when they gave them the opportunity, they didn't misuse the opportunity. They utilized it wisely. Yes. Because Muntari was playing well. John Mensah, ACN, Asamoah Gyan, they were all doing their best. Yes. Okay, let's take it from this scenario too. Under 20, when they won the World Cup, they did you and then Ransford and Co. Yes.
What happened to that squad?
You see, Adia, Ransford
our transition is bogus.
This thing, Daniel Parry, they were all there. They were playing. Daniel Parry went to Madrid. But
the player that came for,
I was waiting for this.
No, we'll come to that.
You see, he just brought up that.
No, let me. I want to.
The professionalism. That's what I was talking of.
I'm coming in. I want to take your view on what we are discussing here. Ghanaian players, when they travel outside the country, the performance really drops. And what is the effect? As he's using Vinicius as a case study here, Vinicius has to employ almost 13 people to look at his diet, his physique, his sleep, everything because he's investing. The money he's getting from Madrid.
But we shouldn't forget that when these players go to Europe,
you
cannot compare Ghanaian player to a player from Brazil. They give them good offers. They give Brazilians good offers more than Ghanaian players.
Wait.
Because our league is not working. So you want to sell?
Don't forget that.
Or dollars.
The last time we saw the player from Ghana was Banya was I think $200,000.
Just look at that.
But I don't agree with what Vincent is saying now.
How much did they buy Vinicius from Flamengo?
Yes.
They bought it for 45 million.
Yes.
I'm coming. Let me make this point here. Since my brother here...
Make the point.
The standard of our leagues.
Not the standard per se. Not the standard per se. Because... Not the standard per se. But... FIFA... And then this EPO and then some of the clubs, their system there. We know that there is a certain percentage of the national team appearance that makes the money the money value very high.
That's in England.
Yes, that's
compared to England and
the rest. So,
but for me, I look at a lot of, as you said, system. We don't have good pitches here in Ghana. We don't have good transition, as he said.
Yes.
We don't even have proper infrastructures for for professional clubs,
Yeah.
the Heart of Oak, the Kotoko.
Yeah.
They don't. We can't even compare ourselves.
No,
Look
we
at what
can't.
is-
We can't.
Look
We
at what
can't.
is even happening to
We can't.
those who travel to our brothers in the north, the Africa, the Al Hilal, Esperance,
Yeah.
and the Korea dominating African football. They go to Club World Cup day in, day out.
Because they are investing into the game.
So you
But
think
even when they invest into the game, they are in their country. Let's say their country, they are investing more into their country, more.
okay?
Yes, but when it comes to this international tournaments and stuff, they don't perform very well more than Ghana. But Ghana is
Yes.
performing.
Are you sure?
Yes.
From World Cup point of view, you know, at the point where
Yeah.
even the
Even
no,
from the
You see
juvenile,
those
from the
accolades.
juvenile.
Me, I don't want to listen to those accolades.
no,
I'm telling you, I don't want to
we
listen
go
to
for
those
we
things.
go for World Cup. We go for tournament to win. So if we don't win,
We
the
are the
performance.
first country to win the under 20 World Cup.
Yes,
It shouldn't enter our heads.
but that is an
What
accolade.
about
We
the
won
national
it.
team? That's the ultimate. That's the ultimate.
Interesting.
Morocco went to the World Cup semi-final, and they were fourth in
Yeah,
the whole world.
Yeah. I'm coming.
Our transition.
I want to take
August.
this conversation is interesting. I want to take Stanley's view on what we are discussing before Theo cuts you short on the conversation.
My problem is the age factor.
Oh,
The age
good. That is the main issue
Yeah.
we are refusing to get here.
Yeah.
Is the go ahead.
The age factor. Someone like Ishaku, as you go into sporting, he was brought to the youth side.
Youth side.
Yeah. To start from there, the youth side, he was performing.
Yeah,
at the youth, Champions League.
League scored
Yeah.
African four
Yeah,
goals
he
and all
was
that.
performing at that level.
Yeah,
If Finebanye was sent to Zurich,
Zurich.
he cannot battle with those playing.
Playing.
there.
Yeah.
So he has to battle in both the
Yes,
youth
and then adjust their system.
their system. Yeah, that's
No,
what.
but, the age factor you were saying. Do you think age cheating is the issue?
For me, I think it's not a problem. That is not a
It
problem.
is.
Because let's take is it Mula?
Yeah.
You understand? They are
old,
but they are
no,
playing.
but they are using their raw age. Okay, Mr. Vincent, let me take let me take your view on the age issue
The
here.
age cheating.
Yeah.
I feel being an African, we are malnutritioned. Oh yes. Oh, you see, that's the truth. Though.
But it's not only
The truth,
Africa. The
nobody-
Southern Americans are also doing the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they also,
no,
but
wait.
there's
You see, you know something that we are refusing to learn. The way we feed our players.
okay.
Yeah. You see,
Oh
my brother.
No, that's
more
see,
veggies.
See, no,
More
brother,
fruit.
you don't want to fault to see. I'm being honest here.
Yeah.
Theo is a team manager.
He knows.
It's not easy. Charlie, having almost 40 players in the camp, feeding them.
How many teams? You know something? How many Division 1 teams have major sponsors for themselves? How many teams?
No, not all of them. Only few. Only few.
You
has
understand?
It, yeah.
That structure has to be built. That the locals,
But
like
the,
the way
the companies are also thinking of what they will also benefit
because
from.
the
it's
league
not-
is not projected well.
It's not attractive.
That's my problem.
But when it comes to the Black Star, you see that the
They
sponsors
have a
Black
lot
Star.
of sponsors because it's
And the Black
attractive.
Star,
And-
Grampo,
It's not attractive now.
my brother. My brother, see, the collabs they do.
Yes.
Sometimes you sit down and question yourself, what does somebody have to do before
To get a collab.
collab?
Yeah,
You see, people don't play for like 20 games straight.
I know.
But end collapse.
Collapse in the national team.
Why? Because that's my favorite.
Exactly.
But
And
for
it's not
me-
favoritism.
But for me, I'm looking at this from this point that you know those players you are talking about, they had some good statistics before they entered into the national
My
team.
brother, we are talking of current form.
And
Everybody's
they
mentioning
and
NS
already
Loma because he's playing consistently.
Okay.
already
So this is being mentioned because he's playing consistently.
yes.
Let's know. Our captain is not playing.
But don't forget that they've built a team around him.
Who? Our captain?
No.
We are going to lose.
No, not around the DIU person. They've not built a team around the DIU. But I mean that the pattern, they know themselves already.
They know themselves. And there's a new coach implementing new things.
Yeah.
So it will take
Yes.
time. It will take time
And
because you just
you know-
can't
you know
move
my
the DIU
worry.
out
You know
of the
my
team
worry.
just like that.
We always wait and ball.
Yes, yeah, but
I don't want that thing.
Yeah,
We need results.
we have to go for it.
Look at their budget they are sending to this opponent.
I'm coming on. See,
It's crazy, my brother.
this is my view on the age factor. I'll come to with AFCON, the budget right now. The age factor, I'm looking at, our boys are malnutritions, in quotes.
For that,
so sometimes when you see foreign on European, 15 years European, and compared to a 15 years in Ghana, you could see the difference. Good. So in that case, what we will do, we will drop the age so that it will meet the level of a 15 years old. So you see under 15 year and European under 15, you could see the difference now. Good. So we go ahead when the player is officially like 20, that you should be getting your peak. At least football 2023 should be at your peak. 25 should be at your peak.
Yes. But the FA is working on this.
No, I'm coming. Yes,
I'm coming. Recently they've sent the distance. Yes. You've seen it.
Yes. Oh no, I've seen the program, the structure they are building. Yes. So
it starts from juvenile.
Exactly. I'm coming in. So when somebody just let me land, then I'll give you the platform. When they get to let's say 23, by then the player real age will be around 28. So you'll be playing, and when the statistics say the African players when they are 25 years, that is when they get to that time they will be around 28, 29 there. So they are not playing with their co-equals. The strength wise, they have it more than them. So when these Europeans get to 20, 28, then the African players getting to you are deep. The player will be dipping, but they are getting to they are 32, 33. Then you see them coming down. So that has been the problem we've been facing here and there. That is the age cheating. So with the FA, what you are saying with the FA, I think I've seen that. That's why they want under 17 should be 15 years, 16 years. Nobody should be 17 years in there. Under 22, nobody should be 20. It's so that they can play long, they can get to know themselves. But regardless, we can still have this age factor.
Antoniana is still playing football. There's this one player in Sweden. He's now in Finland playing. He's still playing.
Okay.
He has played in Sweden for a long time. Sweden, Denmark.
Oh yeah.
You've seen that player. The people were even protesting for them to call him into the senior national team. I've forgotten that player.
Edukofi, yes.
Yes. He's in Finland. He's playing.
He's not playing.
He's playing in Finland.
No, but he's not playing like first he used to.
He's playing active football.
He was in Malmo.
He's in Finland now.
No, he was.
Wait. Listen.
He's currently not playing like he used to.
I just want to get this clear.
Because you are talking about the age.
Let's settle on the score. You think that age factor is not an issue when we're talking about this?
Yes.
So age shouldn't be an issue at all.
Because the problem
they don't get the platform. They don't give them the playing time.
Yeah, the playing time. They don't. Because of the color, that's what I'm saying. Because of the color. Because if they put the color aside and then they give them the opportunity, these players will perform very well. Okay. Because look at Mourinho. He doesn't think of the color. He will just give you a chance.
Platform,
yes. And when he was with Chelsea, we saw the likes of Essien, Mikel Obi. Mikel Obi got to a time even he was not even performing with Chelsea, but they were giving him the chance
to play.
Solomon Kalou was in there, Drogba was in there. They were all playing. Jeremy Njitap, they were all there. They were all playing very well there.
All right, so
because they gave them the chance,
the platform.
You understand? Good. They gave them the chance.
When your league is not attractive.
We are coming to the league.
For that travel with a 30-year-old claiming to be 20 years.
Yeah, for that. If you say the league is not attractive, it's true. The league is not attractive. Yes, the league is not attractive. But we are working on it. Yes. I know the FA is also working on it, and as time goes on, we'll get to that because we cannot compare ourselves to
the Europeans.
No.
Okay, so
that's when they go to Europe, they start getting injuries.
Injuries start coming in.
Yeah, injuries start coming in, and then also when they get hurt, the dosage they give them according to their age.
That is the key thing because they will give you. Okay, you are 25. We'll give you medicine that 25 is supposed to take.
Meanwhile, you're not
exactly
30 years.
So it will be affecting you.
Yeah,
small. That is an interesting one. Yes. All right. So that is the discussion we're having in the studio. Yes. And the main discussion for today will be the European National League final. That is between Croatia and Spain. But let me come to the Ghana Premier League. They just ended Ghana Premier League. Interestingly, Mediama won the Ghana Premier League and they were given $26,000 and that is let's say 300,000 Ghana cedis. That is for the league winners. Look, we went to the World Cup and management committee were earning 100,000 USD. This brings my question here. Let me start with Stanley. Do you think our league is attractive enough to get that huge price tag for the winners?
No.
Wow, interesting. You don't think the league is attractive enough for? So what do you think we can do to just improve our league?
For commercial reasons.
Exactly.
Yeah, like production, TV production to come on board, more to telecast more on the TV rights. That's my and equipment.
Yes,
the training facilities.
Poor.
It's very
so
poor.
terrible.
Yeah, very poor for them.
And our Heart and Kotoko, they don't even have gym from their own.
Yeah.
They don't. Wow.
The stadiums.
Yes, they don't even have stadiums of their own.
Stadiums in the country.
Yeah,
and some are not standard. The pitches.
Exactly, a lot of them are not even standard.
Security reasons.
A lot.
It's very poor.
Even the groundsmen that work on the pitch.
Yeah.
UK, Europe. You need to have masters. Yeah. To even
the
stewardship. Exactly, we have a lot, but these days nothing at all. Do you think the Ghana Premier League will ever be better to compare to the El Alis, then Zamalek and the rest?
It will be a long-term program.
Exactly.
To put on board before we can get there. Yeah, we need more sponsorship on board from Europe, not even in Ghana. Here, more from Europe. Yeah, those who have studied. Yeah, more about sports management to come on board exactly. to help us to develop the game more.
Now, looking at the price tag for the winner, that is 300,000 Ghana. That's 3 billion old currency. Mediama today, they were saying their budget alone for the league was 300,000, the same amount of the money they've given them. So they made any profit for fighting all the way to win the league. What do you think is wrong with our league? Because this is not really well. And looking at the management committee going to the World Cup alone, earning 100,000.
Yeah, that money can't do anything for them because they are even building their new stadium.
Exactly.
Yeah, they need more.
Money to push in.
The infrastructures, the things. Yeah, we're going to Africa too.
They're going to Africa.
Yeah.
And now FIFA law says that any team, any team that is going to Africa should have a female team. So now they are going to adapt a team there and call them the Mediama ladies or something, so they can also have the criteria to perform in Africa. Yes. Do you think Mediama can do well in Africa? Or as usual, we just go when the preliminary stage, they will just...
It's very hard for them.
Yeah. They don't have the man. They have Vicente Tinga in there.
Maybe they can lose him.
They can even lose him because of performance. He's one of the best defenders in the league this season, so probably he can even go back to play trade in Europe or something.
It's very hard for them. Maybe they can bring in 1 or 2 players, but they can't survive in the African.
All right, so let me take your view on the Ghana Premier League price tag. We were having a discussion about that. The winner takes on 300,000 Ghana. That is 3 billion old currency. That is 26,000 USD. But the committee that went to World Cup Qatar, not the playing body, the committee, management committee, were earning 100,000 USD. What is your assessment and take on that?
I feel Moses Parker must return that 300,000 to them.
It will be an insult.
They should be. They should bow their heads down with shame. You were given $2 million for 2 seasons.
Yes.
$2 million, my brother. And the winner is taking 26,000. So let's say 1 million per season. What did they use the 1 million for?
They said for marketing and
which marketing did you see, my brother?
Man, they are buying boots and stuff like that.
Boots was sponsorship from Puma.
Puma, yes.
And Puma is affiliated to our national team.
Exactly.
They shouldn't put sun in our eyes. And I feel one thing. Football people must not administrate our football for us. Our football must be given to a private investor. Just like the
Nigeria Premier League.
Thank you. They are going to ruin our football this week. I'm telling you.
You don't see any future with Ghana football?
I don't see any future. If still the football people are running it, if it's a private investor, he has to make his money back. So he'll be strict on the marketing and everything, the price tag. Look at Premiership. When you are even going to relegation, you take over 160 million.
Even that is the winner of
the
Germany. The
Germany
winner. The price tag is the same as the Premier League going on relegation.
You understand?
They build it without any sponsor.
Without
English Premier League, no sponsor. They are running it solid.
And you see, that's what I'm talking of. If you give it to these football people, the GFA must not be attached to this league. They should be there, be the governing body of our football and everything, and just give it to these private investors. Let them run our football. the demands will come. They will face it because you have been given some years of mandates. You have to acquire the money you invested in it. It will come. And we must pass strict and hard laws so that he's my friend, so you tap him on the back. It is ruining our football.
Wow, that is an interesting one.
Yeah.
With what you are saying, your assessment, I'm looking at our young brothers coming in because they want to be footballers.
Yeah.
You don't see any future for them.
Oh, you see Rashford said, he said something.
Yes.
He said that when his son wants to even play for Ghana,
he won't let him.
He won't let him play.
But he was given opportunity for Ghana to be where he is now.
Yeah, he had it. And he knows what's happened there. He's seen things and heard things. Why did they even all of a sudden snub him the time he was in Maccabi Haifa?
Yeah.
So everything, there is a reason. And I feel football, for it to progress and get to that stage, like the way SA, Sundowns, Egyptian leagues are, we should do things. We have to restructure. Remove all the football people. Give it to an individual investor. Let them handle our leagues. The promotion, the marketing, everything must be given to a private investor.
Wow.
That's my mind.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Tio, you are into the game. I know sometimes you just want to reserve your comments for some of these things, but you are into the business. Looking at Mediama price tag that were given to them, 26,000. What is it? Which effects do you think will have on the others coming next season? Because if I'm fighting for the league to even earn this small money, you are into the game. A whole production for even a match day. You know the price. You are a team manager. You know it's huge. In a day, just a game. It's so much huge. Yeah. And you played the whole season, almost 32 matches or 30 matches, let's say, and you end up with just this amount. What becomes of you? I know you want to reserve your comment, but just a touch on the Ghana Premier League, I'll be very happy.
With this, I think we need a lot of work to be done here.
Exactly.
With our league.
A lot of work,
with our league. And even with the national team itself, from the juvenile side, we need a lot of work to be done there. And my brother here, Vincent, said some things that I agree with.
Mm-hmm. But you're not going to say it.
That I agree with.
Good.
Yes. Yes.
But do you see future with Ghana football?
Oh, I see that we'll get there. We'll get there with time. We'll get there.
We'll get there, my brother.
I know you are just being so careful with your words because you are into the game. But
we won't get there.
But this is a game that is feeding a lot of people.
Yeah.
Looking at this, now GFA alone, when a player travels, I think they take $500.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 10%.
10%.
Yeah.
And before they'll give you the ICT, I think that's $500 before you pay. And with that, as of now,
even with that. Now, if you are going for introduction letter, you have to also pay
200 cedis.
And it depends.
It depends.
If you have a foreigner, there's an amount you have to pay. If
exactly.
You are playing in the Ghana Premier League too. There's an amount you have to pay.
Where does and do you know at the last season, Ghana was the second highest export of players.
Yeah.
From the Africa.
From Africa, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to what Vincent was saying. If you are saying Ghanaian players go out there and they don't go and perform because of the infrastructures and then what. Mm-hmm. And you are here now
saying no. So let me clearly see. Some go to Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania. It's not.
But I have a classmate in Ethiopia.
The goalkeeper.
The goalkeeper. Yeah.
He's even playing in Ethiopia.
See.
But no. But I'm coming. How many percent? You understand the Europe? You can compare from Europe, Asia,
that's what I'm coming
and then Africa.
If we are talking of Ghanaian players in Europe, it will be less compared to those going to Asia and Saudi, UAE. It's less. You get the agenda. But it's what Vincent was actually trying to say. For me, I'll side with that because our players, when they travel out there, we have players there. I've been a victim. We have players out there. When you go, it's more like whatever they are learning here is rubbish.
Yeah,
they
that one for that.
Them.
Yes, for that I agree with you.
Yes, you have players.
That's why majority of the clubs in Europe they come in for juvenile players, like not juvenile players per se, but players from the ages of let's say 18, 19 years,
want to build
so that they can build them and then groom them for them to understand their system before they get the opportunity to play for the first team.
Yes. I think you have a very solid point. Stanley, let me take your last
and
word.
back to the Ghana Premier League.
You didn't finish with the submission.
As time goes on, we'll get there.
It's been a while. Hearts and Kotoko at a point where one of the biggest brands in Africa.
I'm happy you said Hearts and Kotoko.
We all enjoyed ABC Premier League.
Yes.
Kina Farmer,
good.
And then One Touch Premier League, we enjoyed
Pro
it.
Premier League, we enjoyed it.
Yes.
Betway Premier League.
Betway.
That is what we are.
Bet Power.
Bet Power. Sorry.
Are you enjoying this league?
No, I'm asking you.
I'm not enjoying it.
We shouldn't forget that there was an expose that brought our league back.
So you think the expose didn't help our league?
Some way, somehow, it helped. Some way, somehow, it didn't help.
Okay, so
we need a new expose. We need a new one.
Wow.
50-50. Yes.
That is an interesting one.
50-50. So
I'm
not done.
Go ahead.
We need a new expose.
So I feel with our league, with time, we will get there. Because I said something concerning the registration, how the registration processes are going now for 2023-2024 season. Yes.
I think with that, even GFA wanted to bring only Ghana card as a means of registering, so they can cut off the
age. And then we know our government, the president here, Nana AKUFO-ADDO, has passed a law that every child born should get Ghana card on the onset. So I think it will help. It will help
you can't
with
change
this
it.
age cheating stuff.
Wow.
Yes, and then secondly, there's the sponsorship. It's a big problem. That's a big challenge the FA is also facing.
But now we have bet power, and
but only one sponsorship cannot. You understand? Cannot survive our league or take our league
the Division
up there.
1. Access Bank is sponsoring the Division 1s.
Yes, Access Bank is sponsoring, but
and our Division 1 is very poor, very very poor.
For me, I think this season has not been that bad.
Okay.
With the sponsorship.
Okay.
Because at least there are some packages that have come that has made which has made the league very interesting somehow. But we need more. We want to see more.
Okay.
And I will not say we are comfortable with what the returns we've gotten or something like that. We want to get more
on that
so that the league will be very exciting, as my brother said, and then very entertaining, and then
to get more people to come and watch matches.
To come and watch, yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
I think you have
my brother said something about the pitches and stuff. How many World Cup have Ghana gone to?
Twice. Oh no, 3. Yes, 14, 6, 10, and 14.
But you know, every time we go to the World Cup, they give us developmental money
fund,
for pitches and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you seen any?
We shouldn't forget that. Sometimes when we are going for the World Cups and stuff, we shouldn't forget that when we are going to the World Cup and stuff, there are some monies we go and take from some coffers.
Yes. So when money can you go there?
It has to go back to those coffers.
Football coffers. Even football players, correct football players.
Which coffers? The state gives you money for World Cup.
Yeah, the state gives you money.
And they give you money to develop your own football.
Don't forget that.
You don't do the pitches.
Don't forget that.
Your man is on fire.
He should point any pitch that they did. Any pitch.
Pam.
You talk. I want you to tell me.
No, football.
Pam has been there since.
No, I'm coming. Football is run by the football people.
Exactly.
And we shouldn't forget that if you are a club, you run the club on your own.
Yes. Okay. Privately.
Yes.
You're doing
yes. So the FA doesn't have to come and then come in.
Kotoko came out that I think the personal assistant to Nanaya came out that how can a prize winner, what's the name, the league winner, earn less than even the management committee that went to the World Cup, and this was a banter from one of the Kate people, Sheikh. He made mention that he knows Kotoko pay slip and they don't even pay their players for. How much more can you talk?
Sheikh is not in that position to say that thing. No, you see, that's what I'm saying. We don't need football people to run our leagues.
So private entities should come for it.
Straight.
No, okay. So far they've registered it as an autonomous, right? So maybe from next season we'll be seeing some differences.
Don't worry. When another expose comes,
we'll see what happens.
We'll clear everybody.
All right. So let's still on the Ghana Premier League. Let's do some interesting FA Cup final. That is happening tomorrow. King Faisal versus Dreams FC. For the first time for Dreams FC being there. King Faisal has been there before but hasn't won the FA Cup. Interestingly, King Faisal is on relegation now. Yes, and the winner of the FA Cup goes to the Confederation Cup of Africa.
Sure.
And this is how it gets twisted here. King Faisal, as it stands, they have protested against Tamale City, who are also already relegated. That so they are looking to be given 6 points.
I think Olympics also has a protest there.
Okay, so
they shouldn't be doing that thing. Olympics and King Faisal always want boardroom points. They should
exactly.
stop that thing.
But it's part of the game.
They've been relegated, and I know for sure when even King Faisal wins this FA Cup and they go for the Confederation Cup, they won't pass the first stage. They'll be out. Dreams will be out.
All right, so interesting. This is so the FA Cup final, King Faisal and Dreams. Let me take Stanley's view. And what's the name? Dreams and King Faisal. The winner goes to Confederation Cup. Do you think? Okay, what's your assessment on the two teams as it stands now?
They came from a very long way to this stage. Yeah. So it's a very good final for them as they are two lower teams in the league.
Exactly.
So I was even expecting Adriana to go to the finals.
Exactly.
But they couldn't.
I think getting to the end of the season, they had
have some challenges. And Bichim, they have a very good team. So,
but who do you see winning the FA Cup?
King Faisal.
King Faisal will win. And do you think if King Faisal win, they have the means and the access to go to Africa?
It's very difficult for them. It's very difficult for them, but as time goes on, maybe they can go in for maybe sponsors to help them on board, to bring them. To get new players, to structure the team.
Exactly. I think that's a fantastic submission out there. But looking at the Confederation Cup as it stands now, it's the last time Ghana progressed was it's been a very long time.
Chelsea,
Chelsea, exactly. And looking at how things are going now, they don't even have pitch on their own. They had to play in Kumasi, and now they before they were going, they moved their pitch to Abrankese. Yes, Nations FC. That's where they were playing their matches at. And King Faisal has been a big club before. They sold one of the big players and all that. Do you think Alhaji Gusa has been fair to the King Faisal's team as a whole?
He has been on and off. Maybe some money reasons. Sometimes you have to sell his cows to structure the fans, to raise funds, to structure the team. So it has been a big problem for him.
For them. And you don't think they can make impact in Africa?
That one it's very hard.
All right. So your take on Ghana MTN FA Cup?
I learned they are building their own stadium, and it's a plus for them. But they should forget about Africa. Any team in the Ghana Premier League, Mediama to the last team, they all should forget about Africa. Let's make our football better.
But who do you see winning the MTN FA Cup?
Dreams
FC surely beating King Faisal to win the FA Cup.
Sure.
But King Faisal, should Dreams even win it? Do you think they have the men to go for Africa?
That's what I'm saying. The first round, home and away, they'll be out.
Why are you so optimistic like they will be out?
I'm being real. You see, when you look at...
That is where my brother doesn't like.
Hearts and Kotoko, if you look at them, they are teams. They're not playing nothing.
Okay.
Fine. Hasselhoff had that record against WAC of Morocco last season when they won the Champions League. The only team to beat them.
Yeah.
Even that one, look at their away fixture.
Exactly.
They walloped Hasselhoff. You see how bad our football has gone to?
Yeah.
Our player exodus is always...
We have ongoing. Players even in Seychelles, playing trade in Seychelles, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Rwanda, Cameroon. We have players in Cameroon.
But look at even Tanzania.
Yeah.
Look at their league.
Simba, they do so well.
They get an attendance of about 40,000, 80,000 per game.
They haven't been to the World Cup.
Kotoko and Hearts is not even producing up to 20,000.
And they came for the best players from Kotoko and Hearts to Tanzania. Simba has been signing, giving players 90,000, 100,000.
Look at the number of sponsorships Simba has.
Yeah.
Yanga Mbewa.
Yeah.
Watch that team too.
Yeah.
That one is you just... I did a little research on them, and it seems their sponsorships are about like 20 something.
Yeah, a lot of the lot.
And you see the financing coming in.
I'll come to you. No, wait.
I know Tio will support our league, irrespective of how bad it is.
He's in the game. He's in the game. So you should understand.
I understand him, but you see, when the facts are glaring and you are looking at them, you have to face them. Let's speak to it. Tio.
Yeah, bro.
All right, so let me take Tio's view on this whole thing. The MTN FA Cup is being crowned finally tomorrow. King Faisal versus Dreams FC. It will be happening. What's your take on that match as well? Before we come to respond to what my brother was saying, who do you see going further or winning this particular MTN FA Cup?
I would say Dreams FC
has the upper hand.
Yeah, the upper hand, but they won't get it that easy because King Faisal.
With the new coach Ignatius
being former Dreams FC coach.
Good. You've worked with him, you know how he works and how he's passionate about the game. Do you think he can motivate the King Faisal boys to beat Dreams?
Well, I see King Faisal giving Dreams a tough match tomorrow, but I see Dreams winning the game. Yeah, Dreams FC winning the game. Yeah.
Interestingly, should Dreams win the game, they are qualifying for Confederation Cup for African. Do you think they have the men? They have the sponsor. They have the zeal to go to Africa.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Down to what my brother was saying.
With Tanzania,
exactly.
Yes. Back to that.
He said we shouldn't forget something.
We shouldn't forget that.
Good. They have sponsors. They have the money.
They know Ghana Premier League has been there before.
Exactly.
Yes, and now majority of the clubs there are managed or financed by companies or companies outside Tanzania, Europe, from Europe.
Oh yeah.
Like
sports
people,
yes,
they are investing in
if
their
we've been
clubs
there
there.
before, why did we come down that low?
That's why I'm saying that.
Hey, we shouldn't.
That's why I'm saying that
We
there was an
shouldn't.
expose that brought our league back.
No. It's not the expose.
So we are now building.
The league went down even under Nyantechi. We have to be real to ourselves.
What my brother is saying, I think he doesn't see any future with Ghana football.
No, I don't.
The MTN FA Cup has been one of the most attractive league when it comes to football.
Yeah.
Because
and we shouldn't forget that Keto Kweku has been the chairman of the MTN FA Cup before. Or is it on 2 seasons?
No, he was the one.
Yes, and he was doing it fantastic. He was doing
everything was.
So right now, what's happened?
No, okay, I think that is why this time around you could see even the winner's medal. The medal was very nice, crafted compared to the previous one.
No, but we shouldn't forget that the MTN FA Cup is managed by a different person now. He's no more the chairman.
Our time is far gone. Let's do a quick one on that.
Now you see why I'm saying that we need a private.
We are almost getting to an end. But looking at the Black Stars of Ghana taking on Madagascar tomorrow. That's today, right?
No,
tomorrow. Sunday, tomorrow. So we need just a win to qualify for African. Your take on that? Let me start with you, Vincent.
We'll draw that game.
How?
We will draw. Our real record is not good this season.
Our record hasn't really been impressive.
I thought we'll draw, but we'll qualify ahead.
Exactly.
Because Central African Republic
they'll come home. But we think we should just win that match and give young chaps the chance to also go to the national team. Your take on Ghana against Madagascar tomorrow?
I wish you would introduce more boys.
More boys, exactly
to see their performance. Then maybe the last match, then you can introduce the young chaps
in between. Wow. So you see Ghana win that match?
No, it will be draw.
Fantastic.
For me, I see Ghana winning the game.
Pure patriotic.
You see Ghana winning the game. Interestingly,
against Madagascar.
Looking at the new coach, the new players that have come on board, and they are the Jordan Kudus, Ernest Nyama, who is supposed to be in Egypt. Is it Egypt, Morocco? No,
Egypt.
It's Egypt, right? Yeah. So yesterday they played a game as well, and looking at his being part of the game of the national team, look, it's a good thing or a good call for the young chap.
Oh, it's a good call. It's a good call, and he's also playing fantastic with his club.
In Denmark, Nordjylland, they're doing so well.
I think it's a very good call up for him.
That's an interesting one. Listen, finally,
and I see Thomas Partey scoring in tomorrow's game.
Nice one. All right, so the bet panders out there, we have a prediction here. Thomas Partey getting a goal in the Ghana's game.
It won't.
we are here. We'll come back on Monday to talk about it.
Equalize our goal.
I want you to give Hafiz Konkoni a chance
to. Yeah. He's the young, the only local chap that I've seen. Anyway, that is fine. But looking at today, the final for the UEFA National League. You are a Madridista, so obviously a Spanish fan.
I'm not a fan of Spain.
Anyway, whatever. So Spain taking on Croatia. Because of Madrid, you go for Croatia. I know.
Obviously.
I know, right? So Croatia taking on Spain in that particular encounter. Last year was England and Italy. Yeah, they went on penalties and the Italians had to wall up England.
It was France and Italy. France played Spain. France won it. Benzema scoring the winner.
Yes, exactly. So last 2 years was between.
It was Portugal and Holland. That was the first edition.
That was the first edition. So which one was? That was the
Euros.
What I'm talking about is what I'm talking about. Okay, all right. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so this time around it's going to be Spain and Croatia. It's a very crucial one. Looking at where they both came from. Croatia beating Netherlands and Spain beating what's the name? I think they scored them 2-1 or so.
They scored Italy.
Italy, yes, they meet Italy. Looking at this, Spain in the final, Italy in the final, Croatia in the final. How do you see this game, and who do you see the chance of winning?
It's going to be a cagey game, but Croatia will come on top because they have that team chemistry.
And they have the experienced players as well.
Spain can play their tiki-taka, but now Spain is not there.
That's
2010 Spain.
The force to reckon with and all that,
Because now Croatia are playing better football.
Exactly.
And they play as a team, but they only lack a clinical finisher.
Exactly.
But still, they manage to score.
I know, right?
Against Holland, they beat them 4-2.
4-2,
Yeah. They will do more.
All right.
And I know they will take. There's the coronation match for Modric.
All right, interesting. So your take on that match as well?
I'm going for Croatia. Having Kovacic, Modric, Perisic in the midfield.
I think they have an experienced player compared to the Spanish. They are young boys and all that.
It's very hard for Spain to come by.
All right.
So I'm going in for Croatia win.
That is an interesting one. So Croatia and Spain. Spain has a very young setup, and they are taking on Croatia.
What you support Black Star?
Who do you see the chances of winning the national final? Yeah, the UEFA National League final.
Croatia, because
obviously,
with the World Cup,
they
played
very
performed very well,
in the World Cup. Yeah.
They had to
eliminate
Morocco.
Yes.
So
and even
looking at their core,
Brazil, they eliminated Brazil. They eliminated Brazil.
They understand themselves. The chemistry
is there and all that. Yeah. And you think chemistry really works in football?
Yes,
you being a team manager.
Yes, because I watched their game against the Netherlands. And the way they were passing the balls with their confidence that they were having, and then the game they were playing, I think they will be on top. They will win
That is an interesting one. The last one, time is I think we are at the end of our
and as Vincent said, it will be a coronation game for Modric.
Nice one. So the All-Star big games, the All-Star big game is coming on. I think on Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday, yes. That is 24th,
20th to 23rd.
20th to 23rd.
22nd, sorry.
So 22nd to 23rd. Okay, so an interesting.
It's actually an event.
Yes.
So there are some of the events will be at the Domahene's Palace, and then some will be. It seems the last event will be on the field. Domahenko.
So which are some of the players that? What is the whole thing? Is it about professionals? What is the big game, All-Star big game about? It's professionals and BA stars or something.
Yes, it's like not BA stars, but BA stars, players from Bronga-Hafo.
Okay.
From Adriana, Bechem United,
Becum
Chelsea, Becum Arsenal. Like they've selected them.
Okay.
So it's a selected players.
Who are going to coach those people?
Pakwisi Fabian is the one coaching.
The head. And I saw your face in there as well.
No, I'm part of the technical team of the professionals.
Professionals. Okay, so not Pakwisi
Fabian
side. So when it comes to the professional, which players are we going to see there?
Oh, we are going to see
the captain of the national team.
The captain, Dedeayu. He's the one heading
the affairs
team.
Of
yes.
Okay, interestingly.
And we are going to see Kasim Nuhu. We are going to see Bene Champon.
Yeah. Joseph Atamala was also invited. Yesterday we were talking about it and all that.
Afenejan. Yes, because he's from that side.
That side, yes. Wow.
If we are quite to say,
yes. A lot of the stars. But looking at this, what's the mode of transportation? I heard they are booking flights for all the players to go there.
Yes.
Wow. Yes. That is an investment, huge one. I think BA wants to have the feel of the professionals.
Yes.
And that's
on and off the field.
So with the professionals, who's the coach of the professionals?
Avram Grant.
Wow, interesting.
Former Chelsea boss
and former Ghana national team boss.
Wow,
it's going to be. So he's coming to Ghana for this particular game.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. So Avram Grant and who are the technical team of the?
We have one coach from Cheetah FC.
Okay.
He will be assisting Avram Grant. And we have another coach too from former Accra Lions coach.
Okay.
And then with the technical, with the team manager, Aminu Shado.
Okay. I saw your pictures in there as well.
Yes, Aminu Shado, and I'm the assistant team manager.
Oh, nice one. Assistant. Theo, my man, is in there. All right, so this is how we wrap up today's show. It's a full pack activity. Where is it happening? Doma, right?
Yeah, Doma in Group.
Yes, and interestingly, yes, with O'Kindly and professionals, finally, God being so good, we're able to wrap up the show on Tuesday, right?
On
Thursday. Sorry, it was a fantastic event. We saw a lot of professionals coming. Ernestina Bembila, Atamalawe couldn't play, but he came out on as well. We saw Brighter Day. We saw Angola, Abubakar. We saw Nati, Nati, Emmanuel Nati. We had a lot of them in there. So far, what is the projection going on the next edition of this event?
Next edition is going to be bigger and better than this.
Yeah. So I think preparation starts from now.
Yeah, now. The work is starting now.
Now, exactly.
Even though it's maybe a year long.
Yeah.
We are prepared now.
Yeah.
We started everything. We are putting things in place before then.
Yeah.
And we have to acknowledge some people who supported us.
Acknowledge the sponsors. Very important.
Ro Tonson.
Yeah.
Or Senior Man.
That's one.
And Lamps GH.
All right. Okay. Fantastic.
And Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Mr. Finn.
Interesting.
And Mr. Cecil.
All right.
And there's a lot. Mr. Aban.
And I had a very good drink. Some drink
our juice.
The juice was so fantastic.
The best juice ever.
Yeah.
Anytime you need it, just call me. Is the best.
No additive or something.
No additive.
Yeah,
nothing.
You were telling
They're
me.
all natural.
I love it. I love that. They also sponsored as well.
Yeah.
And so far, since the turnout was very great. Looking at how things stands now, is it going to be an annual event that you guys are going to organize?
Annual.
Wow.
We are going to do it.
And is it
much bigger than this?
Is it going to be still at the same place, or you are going to take it to a bigger place this time around?
We might move it to a bigger pitch.
Because the people that came in the car park, we weren't getting spaces to park their cars. So that is a good sign that this event will go a long way to be a success going into the future.
Sure.
And I know you had few challenges, but bro, I know what I can tell you is, there's any other event, things like that happen, so you know how to go about things.
Shout out to SNA Drinks.
They are the best. They are the best. I think I really enjoyed their drink. And I will bring them to the studio to sponsor the show. They can tell us more about the product and all that. Yeah, so interestingly, we'll be giving them that platform as well. What's your last words to those who came on board to sponsor you and support the event, and the players as well? Professional, getting them here is not easy.
It's not easy. Yeah, I really appreciate them for honoring our invitation, and all those who helped in one way or the other. May God bless them.
Nice one.
May God really bless them.
Theo, you have any last word for those who supported you guys, because you two were more of the brains in this whole project? Coming to me, I don't cry. You try. Go ahead.
So thanks to you, and then first of all, thanks to the Almighty God for
successful event. I think there wasn't any incidents. That was what I was also praying for. Games like that, Charlie, anything can happen. They are football professionals.
We're even thinking of the rains
coming in. We had a very clear weather. It was so nice. I wish I could have played anyway.
Thanks to the Almighty God for helping us to get a successful event that was on Thursday. And all those, thanks to you too for your little support.
How good do I?
And at least when we're chasing you up, you also
still. Some for come. I know. See. I the old people, but make no worry, go come. All right, interestingly.
And then thanks to all those who came onto the field, supporters. Yes.
But I hope what's the project for next coming season? I asked Vincent. Is it going to still be the small post or going to be a bigger 11?
No, it's like we've thrown a bigger shot to us.
So
we have
a huge challenge.
Yes. So we have to sit down and then structure things up and then we'll execute it. So if anything, we'll come back again here to the studio. And
that's fantastic. All right. So your last words, finally. You were there on the day of the event. I saw you. How was the performance of the game? The community, how did they accept it? And what are you looking for coming next season?
It was a superb tournament. People came in their numbers. And also the radio interview, thanks to Papa Law Radio, Mr. Tagondu, Mr. Tio, and Fifi Benson Mapuka, who came on board to bring everything into perception. And M Sports came in. M Sports came in to share their souvenirs to those who came.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
And also those youths, sponsorship, those who came
SNA, right? SNA drinks. You can find them on social media anyway. But there was a fantastic one. I had to go and look for them on social media because I wanted to buy some, but I didn't want a middle person. I wanted to buy direct anyway. That's fantastic. You can find them. I'll bring them to the studio one of these days, and we'll just have a very good.
So M Sports was sharing their souvenirs, giving questions to the participants, and also those who answer questions. Then they dash you some of their souvenirs. So it was a superb.
That's fantastic one. That's
fantastic. A superb tournament.
All right. So do you have anybody? Your last words to anybody, greeting anybody, or shout out to anybody watching you or listening to you?
Shout out to all Committee 11 boys and AA to win their first match against Auroras today.
Okay. We couldn't even touch on the middle league. Yes, Accra Athletic also in there.
They are qualifying for the first division today.
Interesting. That is the Committee 11 team, right?
Yes. Sure.
So we're hoping that we can get Division 1 club here in Ghana. Sure. Big shout outs to them. And we have a lot of comments. Abdullah, Razak, great work, guys. Nana Abba Anan, good morning, Papa. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Kenzie. Good morning, Chio. Good morning, Vincent. Message keep on tripping in. A lot of them. A lot of stand up for the champion. Brad Jude, good morning to the producer. A lot of comments coming on. All right, so this is how we wrap up today's show, and hopefully we'll be taking on interesting conversation. But these are going to be my regular pundits, probably going on into the future because I like the conversation. The heat today, Mr. Tio was on fire. He won't allow us to just ruin Ghana football. Ghana football will survive. Ghana football will have a very good future. So that is how we wrap up today's show. I'm your host, Eric Menz. I'll see you on the flip side of live. All right.
I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the